Karibu madam. How are you? Karibu sana. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much. Our County Director of Education, the facilitators and the guests from Jomo Kenyatta Foundation, all protocols observed. Good morning. Good morning, wanafunzi. Mko salama. So I want to take this opportunity this morning to thank God first for enabling us to be here today. He has guided us as we were traveling to Boreti, and we are here today. We want to appreciate His protection and journey mercies. I want also to welcome our visitors from the county, from Jomo Kenyatta Foundation, and all another visitor who is present today. I welcome you to Boreti and also to this venue, Litein Boys High School. I'm Beatrice Mochama. I'm the Sub-County Director of Education, Boreti, and I want to say welcome and feel at home as you are going to be taken through the topics that will be shared with you today. And I want to encourage you as scholars that you take your studies serious, because the foundation to help you to ensure that you realize your dreams. So take it serious and also make sure that you in your studies. So welcome, and let us listen and learn so that by the time we go back to our various schools, we apply what we have learned here. So I want to wish each and every one of us here, the facilitators of today, easy time, and I believe that all of us are going to learn. And this time, I want to take this opportunity to welcome our county Director of Education so that he can give an opening remark. And as he comes, can we clap for him? Karibu sana mkubwa, so that you can do the opening of this exercise today. Thank you so much and be blessed.
Thank you, the host, Sub-County Director of Education, Madam Beatrice Mochama, our facilitators, our officers from Jomo Kenyatta Foundation, the host principal, ably represented by the deputy principal, and our scholars. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Tuko chini sana, nini mbaya? We have traveled long distances. Some of us are tired. Yeah, we know the traveling has been long. Today being day one, some of us may have woken very early so that you were here on time. But I want to encourage you now that you are still young. Pray that God gives you some energy for you to move on with this mentorship program. Maybe before I make my remarks, we have identified those who are coming from Bomet and also those who are coming from Kericho. our guests or scholars from Bomet, welcome to Kericho. And I have greetings from your County Director of Education, Mr. Lenny Ngugi. He asked me to pass his greetings to you. Number two, may I just see from this group of scholars, how many are prefects in their respective schools? Let's stand up, the prefects that are here. Yeah, quite a number. Can you appreciate them? No, don't sit down. Don't sit down. I'll guide you. You see, this is a clear indication that within this group we also have leaders. And we want to encourage all of us that when you get an opportunity, also be a leader. And what's happening? Majority are girls. Eh? What is happening to our boys? How many boys, those who are standing, how many are boys? Umebeba mkono or you are threatening kubeba? It's only one. So it's a challenge to our boys. We should also come up. So thank you, be seated. How many amongst you are also leaders in their CUs or respective CUs in the schools? If you are a leader in Christian Union or any other Christian organization, we have YCS, SDA, all those. Oh, quite a number. Can we appreciate them? Thank you. How many of us are in the scouting movement? You are either a Girl Guide or a scout. There are only about 4. Thank you for that. How many of us hata tujui tunataka unaweza fanya nini? You not sure unaweza fanya nini? Usisimame, inua mkono tu. So all of us are capable and we can do something civil. So I'm challenging you that next year when you go back to our schools, let us take up those positions. And you will only take up those positions, one, if you are disciplined. And then number 2, if you can guide and lead others. Having said that, today is a very important day that we are having and we are meeting our scholars. 284 from Bomet and 318 from Kericho. And these are scholars who are spread in all our learning institutions across the country. We have those who are learning within the 2 counties, and we have those who are learning in other counties, because once you are selected, you join various schools within the country. And I want to take this opportunity on behalf of all the officers who took part in the selection. The exercise was done starting from the grassroots all the way up to the sub-county. On behalf of those officers, I want to thank and congratulate you for having been chosen to be one of our scholars. Can you join me by appreciating those officers for the good work they did? Thank you. You know very well that during the selection process, the team of officers I'm referring to visited to your homes. Despite the geographical challenges that they faced, the terrain and all that, they were able to come up to your home to do the assessment, and that's when you were identified. Number 2, I want also to thank the financiers of this program. That is the World Bank that gave to the Kenya government funds to enable us run the Elimu scholarship. And also, most sincerely, I want to recognize and thank the Jomo Kenyatta Foundation team, because these are our group, or this is the staff that is managing the program. And I want to tell our scholars that Jomo Kenyatta Foundation, who are the administrators of the Elimu scholarship, have really done us proud, because the manner in which they have been managing this program is so exemplary. Some of them, our coordinators, have been going out of their way to ensure that you get the best service ever. Within our respective counties, we also have officers. Karibu, there is a seat here. Kuja hivi, kuna kiti hapa. We also have officers. Though I don't have the contacts for the Bomet, for Kericho, we have an officer who is coordinating our programs. He is the one who has been liaising with the Jomo Kenyatta Foundation team to ensure that your welfare and your needs are well catered for. And with me, I came with my officer, is Mr. Moses Okea. This is the officer who has been coordinating all these programs at our county level. And for Kericho team, I want you to take his number, because this is the person, when you have a challenge, when you are in your school, you have to conduct. So the number is 07.
My number is 0723 75 9696. Again, 0723 75 9696.
His name is Moses. Karibu sawa na yule Musa wa Biblia. Okea. Okea is OK. E. Kwa Kiingereza na kwa Kiswahili ni OK. A. Ama wanasema nini? Moses Okea is his name. So today, as I indicated, we are here, and I will not take much of our time, because we are expecting much from our facilitators who have prepared well to ensure that they take us through this 2-day journey. I want to say that you are seated here as beneficiaries of the Elimu scholarship amongst the many who had applied. During the application process, quite a number of your colleagues who are also needy like you applied for this scholarship. But because of the limited resources that we have, we only settled for the number that is before us. So you are here as one of the luckiest person in life to have been accorded this opportunity of getting a scholarship that is fully funded, courtesy of the World Bank project and the government of Kenya. So I want you, as you leave this mentorship program tomorrow, you should go home shoulder high, knowing that you are among the luckiest few within the community that had secured this scholarship. There were so many factors that were considered for you to be selected as a scholar. Number one was about your academic performance, and amongst other requirements. So as we take you through this mentorship program, we expect that you know why, one, you are a scholar, and number two, the expectation of the program. Because resources cannot be spent on you and then you are not doing the right thing. And we cannot expect you to do the right thing unless we give you the guidance. So, my dear boys and girls, we are here for a 2-day mentorship program that I want to ask you to take it seriously, because what the facilitators will take you through is preparing you in life to ensure that as you go through your academic program without much challenges, because your school fees is fully paid for, then you are supposed to do what is expected of you. Having gotten this scholarship, reduce the financial burden on your parents and you. And I'm sure some of us, had we not got this scholarship program, we may not have made it to our respective or the schools we are currently in. Some of those who did not go to the school, they were admitted because of lack of financial resources, and even opted to go to day schools. But we thank God that you were given that opportunity, and on behalf of all those who had applied, we want to ask you to ensure that as you go through your academic journey, as you go through your schools or school life within those institutions, then you must meet what is expected of us. The program or the project has high expectations on you because we want to equip you with the basics. We want to ensure that you are given that opportunity for you to maximally explore your talents. And you can also only do that, one, if you are a disciplined student. Number two, because of the scholarship, all of us can now have access to education, which is a challenge to some of our learners because they cannot get funding. And because of the scholarship, you can now access education. Because of the scholarship, you can get the basic needs within your schools, because the program fully supports you when it comes to matters to do with personal effect, paying of fees, amongst the many others, and even provision of school uniform. So, as a ministry, as we pump resources into you through the Elimu scholarship, we want to ask you to ensure that you work hard within your schools. Number two, you are also supposed to be role models within the communities where you are coming from. Because you are given an opportunity, we want you to come out of this program a successful boy and girl, so that as you go back to your various homes, within those communities, you become a good role model. When I started my speech, I was identifying leaders within this group. And I even went further by even asking those who are leaders within the spiritual world. So I want to encourage all of us that let us be good role model. Being good role model means that as you are at home, you are supposed to ensure that you also guide your siblings and even your colleagues, those you are within school, and maybe they didn't get that opportunity. They are struggling, they are suffering because of the challenges they are going through. You are supposed to be a role model. Let it not be that you are the one who is now looking down upon them. That I am sponsored by Jomo Kenyatta, I have a scholarship, the Elimu scholarship. So, unaanza kujivunia kule kijijini. We want you to humble yourselves. We want you to continue praying that God gives you humility, so that as you graduate through the system, after having been fully sponsored, you will be able to come and give back to the community. Then finally, we are also preparing you to be responsible citizens. You have had an opportunity to get a scholarship. Then we are also preparing you that in the future, after you go through this program and you become successful, you also mind of others in the society who are needy and they need assistance. That's one of the critical virtues we want to inculcate in you, that you become responsible citizens, citizens who in future, after you have gone through your education career journey and you are successful in life, you should know that in this world we have people who are needy. You are needy, but education has now become a game changer. It has changed you and you are now successful. You also have to come up and assist all those that you will have an opportunity to do so. And if you do that way, I want to tell you that we, from these 600 plus scholars we are having, just in these two counties, because this is happening across the country, and if we can all do that in all the counties, then we will churn out citizens who are very responsible. So, my word to you this morning, and the better part of this afternoon, is that let us take in what will be taken through seriously. Number two, let us take our studies seriously when you go back to school. We don't expect you as a scholar to underperform in your respective careers. We don't expect you as a scholar to perform poorly in class. Because one, there's nothing you have to think about. Everything has been catered for. So why can't you just sit down and you concentrate? Where you have challenges within your school systems, we have laid down mechanisms and systems where you can be assisted. Can you exploit all those systems within the school to ensure that you come up successfully. With those few remarks, because we are expecting from our facilitators, I want to officially declare this mentorship program officially open. Asanteni sana.
Thank you so much. Let's appreciate our county director better. Let's put up a better hand clap. I believe that we've all been able to get what he has spoken to us together with Madam Beatrice, the sub-county director of education. It's important that we all note that you are here courtesy of Jomo Kenyatta Foundation, that have extended a hand to you so that you can gain an education. Nelson Mandela said that it is only education that can make the child of a poor man to sit on a table with a king. Are we together? So education is an equalizer. Are we together, young men and young boys and girls? Yes, so education is an equalizer. As a scholar by Jomo Kenyatta Foundation, just to reiterate what our sub-county director has said, our county director has said, let's take personal responsibility. Do not take anything for granted. It is a great opportunity that you have been given, and therefore, as you go back to school next year, ensure that you take responsibility. And he has also said that ensure that you maximally utilize your talents and the opportunity that you've been given. It is said that an opportunity of a lifetime can only be utilized in the lifetime of that opportunity. Once it has gone, you cannot benefit from it again. Are we together? Yes. So I do not want to take any more time. I just want to appreciate our guests for coming over to open this meeting led by our county director. And I want us to put together hearty claps to appreciate the Jomo Kenyatta Foundation team. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I want us to appreciate one of our facilitators, Dr. Raymond. Let's put together 3 hearty claps. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Let us appreciate our sub-county director, Madam Beatrice Mochama. 1, 2, 3. And lastly, our county director. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much. So welcome. After this, we've come to the end of the opening ceremony. We'll be released so that we go take our tea. Then we come back and kickstart our training. So with that, I want to say thank you, each and every one of us, for making this meeting a success. So we can request our guests to take leave. Then the students will be guided by the host students. Host students, kindly rise up. We'll do this work together. Litein boys students, kindly rise up. You'll just leave everything where it is, your book and your pen. I believe we are good students. Sindio? Is that okay? Yes, nobody will take any person's belonging. If you have any valuable money, I know some of you have seen some of us with phones, take care of your phone. And you'll be led by the host students. They are here. I know some of them are not around. There is a parent who told me the son is still traveling, so they'll be coming over. So you'll be guided by our students to find where the dining hall is. Then you'll take your tea. Within 20 minutes, we are supposed to be gathered back here. So let's remain seated as we allow our guests to take leave to the boardroom, kindly guided by Mr. Chirchir. We also have a nice cup of tea Litein Boys always has the best cup of tea in Kericho County. If you miss it, don't blame me. You regret. Karibu sana. Iko na chai ndani. Yes. Karibu sana. Thank you. Yeah, so we can also take leave. We can use the other door as our guests take leave. Karibu sana Litein Boys. We are happy to have you.
Mtaka asubuhi kiza kitengia, kusubiri aibu yangu kama mlivyozoea. Ina maana mjui, imebaki historia. Kati ya watakaofutwa machozi na mimi nimechaguliwa. Kilio changu cha muda mrefu amekisikia. Yeah. Hakuna tena cha mikosi, ni kufanikiwa. Kwa zamani si wa sasa, mambo yamebadilika. Imekula kwenwe. Namjua ninayemtumikia, namjua ninayemwimbia, falme wa wafalme, funguo ya maisha yangu. Mlinicheka sana mpaka kudiriki kusema namwamini Mungu asiyeona. Na niliposema nitajenga majumba, yani kasema ni ndoto, niache utoto, mana haiwezekani. Kumbe yupo msemaji wa mwisho, anaandaa kesho yangu, nisibakie kama jana. Aibu hiyo baba yangu sikiziwi, hata asinisikie. Baba yangu sikibofu, hata asinione. Baba yangu si mchoyo, hata asinibariki. Mlipanga mbaya, imekula kwenwe. Wa zamani si wa sasa, mambo yamebadilika. Mlipanga nife, imekula kwenwe. Wa zamani si wa sasa, mambo yamebadilika. Imekula kwenwe. Wa zamani si wa sasa, yale yaliyonitesa nayo yamebadilika. Imekula kwenwe. Wa zamani si wa sasa, mambo yamebadilika.
Pursued Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, graduated, did Masters in Business Management, got my first employment in a college, got my second employment at the University of Kabianga as a tutorial fellow, pursued my PhD, graduated, was promoted to be a lecturer at the University of Kabianga. Few months down the line, got a first promotion to be the head of departments, accounting, finance, and economics. Apart from that, I also got another promotion from the University Council to be the Managing Director, University of Kabianga Enterprise and Services Limited. I also serve in this community. First, I serve as a board member in various schools. Shemaiben Secondary School, a board member where I chair academics subcommittee. I serve in the board of Litein Girls High School, where I chair the SIC committee. I also serve in Kericho Boys Boarding Primary, where I serve as a chair. I also serve in the board of Litein Boys High School, where I sit as a chair, and I say, Karibuni sana. I am a member of Kenya Institute of Management. And apart from that, I'm saved. To start, only those who are going to work hard are going to be rewarded. For you to compete in this race, you must know who you are. You must know your purpose in life. You must know your purpose in life. You must know the goal that is the finish line. The goal that is the finish line in the race. You must know the stage where you are. And because you know your goal, you must prepare. You must prepare for the end or the finish line. It can be the junior staff. All those are people supporting someone else's dream. You as a student, you must have your own dream. Because if you fail to dream big now, then someone will engage you to build their own dream in future. How? You'll just be doing the manual work. While they take the biggest percentage of profit of the company, you only take home your wages, the labor that you service. But for them, they take the profits or the dividends of the company. Factors that are important for your future. The first is education. It gives you the knowledge to know what to do, how to do it. You are lucky that you are in the education system. Some quitted long time ago, and that is where they departed from their dreams. That is where they departed from their destination. But for you, you are lucky to be in the education system. The other factor is time. Time wasted cannot be recovered. Now that you have an opportunity, use the time that you have to study. Remember, you are in the race. How you utilize your time will determine the goal or the achievement of your dream. Waste no time. The opportunity is also another factor. You have this opportunity. The government under the JKF Foundation. Some applied to get this opportunity, but they were not lucky. But for you who is lucky, make maximum use of this opportunity. Don't waste. People who wasted opportunities are now regretting that. I wish I knew. Some, even in the villages where you come from, they'll tell you, if I'm given another opportunity to go back to school, I'll work very hard. What of you who has that opportunity now? Make maximum use of the opportunity. Don't waste. There is a scholar who said, I don't regret the things that I have done, but I regret the things I didn't do when I had the chance. This author says he doesn't regret the things he has done, but he regrets what he did not do when he had the chance to do. You have the chance now to study and get to your career paths. You have the chance now to study and to be a medical doctor. You have the chance now to study hard and be the engineer that you want. You have the chance now to study and be the teacher that you want to be, or to join any profession. Make maximum use of the opportunity that you have. The other factor is the health issue. How you utilize your bodies is also an important factor. Remember, the Bible talks of you being the temple of God. But we have people who misuse their bodies. They inject all sorts of drugs. At the end of it all, it affects you. It distracts you from the opportunities. Next is teamwork. You must always embrace teamwork. Teamwork with your classmates. Teamwork when you're doing family activities. Teamwork when you're doing church activities. Another factor that will be important to you is planning. You must plan. For me, I began planning my life long time ago when I was a student, knowing that this is the career path that I want to take. This is what it entails. This is what I need to do. And from there, I began working towards my future. Next is you must set targets. Students, do you normally set targets? What is your target? What is your target? No one is targeting even an A. Who are in Form 4? Who are joining Form 4? Wenye wako Form 3 sahi? Form 2? Yes. Form 1? Yes, quite a number. You must set target from where you are. Next is always adopt the philosophy of continuous improvements. You can get to the Form 1 because of some challenges. Maybe you score dismally. But always adopt a philosophy of continuous improvement. Improve from that mean grade of C plus to B minus, to B plain, to B plus, to A minus, and finally to A. Always have that driving force of continuous improvements. Next is the concept of career. What is a career? A career is a profession or chosen line of work, often requiring education, training, and experience. If I ask some of you, someone will tell me, I want to be a doctor. Someone else will tell me, I want to be an engineer. Someone, I want to be a lecturer. I want to be a teacher. I want to be, what will you like to be? Huh? A lawyer. You? Huh? A doctor. You? Huh? Engineer. Who else? From Litein girls? a lawyer. Now, all those are career paths. A career is a profession or a chosen line of work, often requiring education, training, and experience. Do you know these people? Do you know these people? William Ruto, Barack Obama, Kipchoge, Lupita Nyong'o, Ngugi wa Thiong'o. Mmewahi sikia mahali? Do you know them? Oh, let me ask you. What do you know about them? What do you know about them? Nothing. Wa kwanza ni presidents, wa pili alikuwa presidents, wa tatu athletes, Lupita Nyong'o, an actor, Ngugi wa Thiong'o, an author of some books. Now, what is common between them and you? What do they have in common? The first, they are all human beings like you and I. Number two, they are all blacks. Number three, they located their career paths early enough. Number four, they followed their career paths with passion. Number five, they are now called the VIPs. Very important people. Now, they are human beings like you and I. The only difference is that you are in the race. You are journeying towards your career also. But for them, they located their career path early enough. They worked towards it with passion. When you are developing your career, there are certain factors that you need to ask yourself. What are your interests? What abilities do you have? What skills do you possess? What are your personal traits? For example, if your personal trait is you are a good public speaker, that will automatically point you to careers like law. If you are good in sciences, mathematics, that will point you to careers like the medical courses, the engineering courses. What are your dreams? What do you value most? Sources of career. We have different sources of career. But remember, it is you and you alone who will pursue that career. It is not your brother, not your sister, not your father, not your mother, not your teacher, not me. But it is you and you alone to pursue that career. But the sources of your career are the people around you. It can be your role model. Your teachers can also guide you in your career. Your parents, the people in the field that you desire to join. Maybe at some point you fell sick, you were taken to the hospital, you met a doctor, you really like the way he or she treated you, then you said, oh, one day I want to be a doctor. Also, the career talks and exhibition in schools, the open days, and your friends. Those are the sources of your careers. But remember, it is you and you alone who will live or who will pursue the career. Some of the selected courses, we have nursing, pharmacy, civil engineering, geospatial engineering, energy engineering, business information technology, we have forensic science. There are many, many courses that you can pursue that can lead you to various careers. Let me sample. Now, one factor that you must also consider when you're choosing your career is the current trends in the world, the current trends in the country. For example, in the country, currently, we are focusing on the big four, or the Kenya Kwanza's agenda. For example, the affordable housing, the food security, universal healthcare, manufacturing, Now, under the affordable housing, you can align your career to the current trends by asking yourself, under this affordable housing, which are some of the careers that can lead me there? The first is civil engineering. Secondly is real estate. Next is architectural engineering, interior design. Under food security, what are some of the courses that you can pursue? We have agriculture, we have nutrition, land resource planning, agribusiness. Universal healthcare. What can you pursue that is related to that particular agenda? Medicine and surgery, nursing, dental surgery, ophthalmology, manufacturing. Which are some of the courses? Mechanical engineering, energy technology, geospatial, industrial engineering, and so many others. So when you are choosing or when you are picking your career, make sure that you align the chosen career to the current trends in the world and the current trends in the country. Are we together? Next is the steps of identifying your career. The first is have the right mindset. Having the right mindset means that you must be sober when you are picking your career path. Assess yourself and what you want in life. Second, seek opportunities. Identify the possible opportunities that are available. Third, identify your strengths and weaknesses. Identify other factors that are important to you. For example, the job security in future, the future development, availability, and other factors. For example, if I ask you, why are you picking maybe law? Someone will tell me, because lawyers earn good amount of salary. Salary also can be a factor that one can consider when choosing a career. Next is narrow your choices. If, for example, your strength is in sciences, we have different engineering courses: chemical engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering. From that pool of engineering courses, you must narrow which one specifically are you interested in. After narrowing, you prepare and take action. You can say, I prefer civil engineering because of this and this and this, from the pool of the engineering courses. Now, after identifying that your career path is in maybe computer science, there is something called strategic alignment. The journey towards your career doesn't start in college. It starts from the secondary schools, the high school where you are. Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, and Form 4. How? When you are being admitted to a particular course, the subject that you pick in school should be aligned to the career paths that you select. For example, if you want to be a computer science, if you want to pursue computer science, there are certain courses, certain subjects that you must select in high school, so that when you clear Form 4, when you are applying for admission in the university, there are certain required subjects. Let me pick, for example, computer science. For you to be admitted in computer science, the subjects that you must have done, obviously, maths, English, then you have physics. Are we together? Physics. And any other group, 2 or 3. The first 4 called the cluster subjects. What happens when you fail to drop physics? Your admission to computer science will be very, very tricky. Why? Because it is a requirement. If you want to pursue nursing and you dropped biology, will you get a chance to be enrolled in nursing? No. So when you pick a career path, you must align the subjects that you pick in secondary school to the career that you intend to go. If you want to pursue medicine, biology, chemistry must be in your list of subject selection. Most schools select subjects in Form 2, some Form 3. But when you are selecting subjects, don't select subjects because so and so and selected, because of other external factors, because you like teacher so and so you want to pick his subject or her subject. The subject selection should be based on the career path that you want to pursue. That is now the concept of strategic alignment. You must align the subject that you pick in secondary school to the required subjects as per the career path that you want to pursue. Iko sawa? Now, factors to consider during subject selection. Performance and ability of the students in the subjects. If you have an option of choosing either between history and CRE, and you are performing dismally in history, and you are performing highly in CRE, you pick CRE. It can be the other way around. You can be performing dismally in CRE, but you are performing higher in history. You pick history. If also, another factor that you need to consider is the interest on the subjects. Career course requirements. Subject offered by the school. Suppose that you intend to pursue or to specialize or to pick home science, and home science is not in your school. What do? Do you quit the school? No. You work within the subject that are available in that school. Usiseme, nilikuwa nataka electricity, yule electricity haiko hii shule, wacha nitoke. No. You work around the subject that are offered in that particular school. Next is the school policy on subject selection. Some school can make it a mandatory for a certain subject to be chosen by students. Why? Because the school can feel that this subject is a booster subject for this school. For our case, when I was in high school, it was mandatory for us to pick all the 3 sciences. Ilikuwa lazima. Yeah. I don't know the policy of your school. In a certain school, pick CRE. Maybe because they felt that CRE was their booster subjects. Next is the next policy on subject selection. That is also another factor. Kenya National Examination Council has grouped subjects into various groups. Group 1, we have English, Kiswahili, and Maths. Group 2, we have the sciences. That is biology, physics, and chemistry. Group 3, we have humanities, history and government, geography, CRE, Islamic, education, Hindu, home science, art and design, computer. Group 5, French and business studies. Pick at least one humanity and take one religious. You must take only one religious subject. You cannot pick Hindu and CRE. Next is the new Kenya National Examination Council policy. Previously, the grading system was different. But the new grading system, as per NEC policy, is mathematics is a must, one language, and any other 5, to make a total of 7. Are you together? When you are being graded by NEC, they use 7 subjects. You can be given that leeway as a school to pick 8, but when NEC will be grading, they drop 1. Are you together? So that they use only 7. But the criteria of picking the 7 is maths is a must, one language, and the top 5 among the remaining 6. Are you together? Yes. So you are given a leeway by your school to pick 8. But when grading, maths, one language, any other 5 best perform subjects. Are you together? That is the new Kenya National Examination Council policy of grading. Now, These are the other requirements that there are 30 subjects: the maths, chemistry, electricity, French, Germany. Now, a candidate can sit for a minimum of 7. That's why the minimum required are 7, but you can do 8 subjects. But when grading, only 7 will be taken. Now, a subject count of less than 7 is graded a mean of Z. This indicates that the candidate did not meet the minimum requirement. That is, you are supposed to do 7 minimum, you did maybe. So when you are grading the KCSE, when you see a Z, that means you did not do the minimum required 7. A candidate that receives an X when they are graded means you are absent. Then Y means it was cancelled. You did some irregularities. You cheated in the exam. Now, next is school subject policy example. For example, you can have a school, they are picked, obviously, Maths, English, and Kiswahili being compulsory. Then they pick any other 2 sciences, maybe chemistry and biology. Then they make CRE compulsory, and the 5th subject should be either physics. The student can pick physics to make a total number of science to be 3, or any other group, 3. Then the 6th subjects can come from any other group 4 or group 5 or group 3. Now, don't worry, we are going to do it even practically after this. Next is the concept of cluster subjects. Ever heard of something called the cluster subjects? What is the cluster subjects? Cluster subjects is a group of the first 4 subjects required in a course. For example, computer science will require the first 4 subjects being maths, English, physics, and any other group 3 or group 2. Are we together? So you can have maths, English, physics, and any other subjects, right? Now, that is the cluster subjects, 4, the first 4. But remember, I told you, NEC requires how many? 7. Now, the question would be, what happens to the other 3? The other 3 are called the booster subjects. If you want to pursue nursing, maths, English, biology, chemistry are the cluster subjects, the first 4. But when you are being graded, NEC takes a minimum of 7. So the other 3 outside the first 4 are called the booster subjects. The first 4 are the cluster subjects. In each and every course that you pick in the university, it has the cluster subject, the first 4. And once you know the cluster subjects, don't say, because the cluster subject of dental surgery is maths, English, chemistry, and biology, let me now relax in the others. No. The others also are key because they boost your overall grade. Are you together? But the starting point is the cluster subjects. Are we together? Now, let us move to the next. Group 1, they are required in 12 clusters. Group 2, they are required in 18 clusters. Group 3, they are required in 16 clusters. Group 4, they are required in 14 clusters. Group 5, they are required as an added advantage. Now, when you go to assume that you picked your courses in Form 2, you studied very well to the Form 4 level. Now, the time will come when you will be applying for your course. Are you together? Someone wanted to be a doctor. Ilikuwa nani? Ilikuwa wewe. Sindio? Now, when students sit for KCSE, they'll be told, when the results will be out, unaambiwa ulikuwa na B+. Mwingine alikuwa na A ya 84 points. Mwingine alikuwa na A- ya 79. Now, what makes the difference? When that grade is released during the release of the KCSE, you now begin the journey of applying for courses in the university. Now, the grading system will be a bit different because you'll be told in University of Nairobi, the cutoff points is 43. In KU, the cutoff points is 40. In Maseno, the cutoff points is 38. What's the difference? And you had an A of maybe an A- of 80 points, right? Now, what makes the difference? From there, we now go to a formula called the weighted cluster points. The weighted cluster points is given by the raw cluster C divided by 48 multiplied by the aggregate points divided by 84 square roots, and you multiply by 48. Tunaenda hesabu sasa. Did you come with the calculators? No. But hesabu kwenu ni vitu right? Let us call him. You wanted to be a doctor, right? What is your name? Enoch. Enoch wants to be a doctor. From, you are which school? Chebalungu Boys, right? Now, Enoch, tuandike mali. You have a pen and a paper. Enoch pursued the following subjects, or select the following subjects in Form 2. Maths, English, Kiswahili, biology, chemistry, physics. Those how many? 6, right? Business studies and CRE, right? Enoch scored an A in mathematics. He scored A- in English. He scored a B plain in Kiswahili. He scored an A in biology, B+ in chemistry, B plain in physics, B plain in physics, A in business studies, A- CRE. Right? Those are the grades of Enoch. Right together. We want now to grade Enoch using this formula. Escape. A is always a 12. A- 11. B+ 10. B plain 9. Now let us score. In maths, it's called what? It's called A, which is 12. Sindio? Aya, English A- 11. Kiswahili? Yeah? B plain 9. Chemistry? B+, which is 10. Biology A, which is 12. What else? Physics B plain, which is 9. What else? Business studies A, 12. And what? CRE A-, which is 11, right? Now, remember he did how many subjects? 8. Ni sawa? But when the neck will be doing the classification, it will pick only the 7 subjects based on maths, one language, and any other best 5 performed subjects. For this case, maths and one language will be maths and English. So tick where there is maths, tick where there is English. Now, the remaining subjects, which one was the least performed? Physics with a B, sindio? So you cross physics. Now, add the points for all the other remaining. From maths, English, Kiswahili, chemistry, biology, CRE, and business studies. What is the total sum? 70? 77, right? 77 is an A minus. So Enoch will be celebrating, amepata A minus ya ngapi? 77. Sindio? The whole village celebrates, the relative celebrates, ye pia amefurahi. But now the time will come when he'll be applying for his course. The course that he wanted is medicine. Sindio? Now, he now goes to the cyber to apply medicine. Which university do you prefer? Maseno University. Right? Now, Maseno University will look at the 4 cluster subjects. That is maths, English, biology, and chemistry. Did he do the first 4? Yes. What happens if he did not do biology? He is disqualified. Sindio? But the first 4, because he did, he qualifies. Now, Maseno can have a cut of points of 38 for medicine. Most students will ask you, si huyu alikuwa na 77, mbona wanasema 38? Si he overqualifies. That is not the criteria. What is used to determine the cluster points for the university is not the aggregate points. It is the weighted. The weighted will be given by the raw cluster, the first 4. Maths, English, chemistry, biology. Alipata ngapi kwa hizo? Maths, can you add maths, English, maths plus English, plus biology and chemistry? Ni ngapi? 50? 45, right? You divide by the total that he can get. The total that he can get is 12, 12, 12, 12. That is A. That is 48. So inakuwa 45 divided by 48 multiplied by the aggregates points. Alikuwa na A ya ngapi? 77 divided by the maximum he can score in the aggregate points is 7 times 12. Akipata A kila kitu, inakuja ngapi? 84. Now, because you don't have calculators, I'll calculate for you using my phone. Now, the first was 45 divided by 48 is 0.9375. Multiplied by, the other one was 77 divided by 84. 0.912. 0.91 times, the other one was 0.9. 9375. Yote inakuja 0.85. Allow me to find the square roots. Kindly someone with an advanced calculator. The square root of 0. What? Oh, let me just pick from the tables here. You had 77 and what? 77 and 45, right? It comes to a cluster, a weighted cluster of 44.5. 44.5 here. 77 A minus. Then the row cluster of 45 comes to 44.5. Are you together? That is now the score for Enoch. The weighted cluster points. It now works majestically to the cyber to apply. What did University of Nairobi want? Maybe yao wanaweza sema yetu cut off itakuwa 45. Does he qualify for University of Nairobi? No. He goes to KU. KU wants 44. For him, he got 44.5. Does he qualify for KU? Yes. Maseno wants 38. He had 44.5. Does he qualify for Maseno? Yes. The challenge now comes in. Most students will apply a university when they just see that I qualify and not knowing that they're in the cut line. Are you together? Ukiona University of Nairobi, yake walikuwa nataka 45. Yeye alikuwa na 44.5. He doesn't qualify. Aseme because nataka kwenda Nairobi, wacha ni apply KU. KU alikuwa na ngapi? 44. Yeye alikuwa na 44.5. But remember, the slots available in KU are maybe only a total of 200. The whole of the Republic of Kenya, from Mandera to Mombasa to Lamu, they are all applying KU, right? Wengine walikuwa na 45, wengine walikuwa na 44.7, yako na 44.5. When they are ranked, KU will rank from the first to the last. Wanakatia tumali 200, the 200 students. Maybe atakuwa position 370. Will he get a chance? No. What is the secret? The secret is, once you have known your cutoff points to be 44.5, and the university that you want is maybe 45, apply a university that their cutoff points is way below, such that when you are ranked, the chances of you getting to top 10 or top 20 is very high. Maseno ilikuwa na 38, yake 44.5. When they are ranked, the chances of him getting is so high because his qualification is so high. Are you together? Let me go back to the concept of the cluster. Remember the first four gave him what? 45, right? Now, that is 45. Assuming that in CRE, he had said CRE is not a cluster subject. Business studies is not a cluster subject. Akatia bidii only in maths, English, chemistry, and biology. Forgetting the CRE and the business. What will happen? It will affect his overall grade because he might end up getting in CRE B minus and also a B minus in business studies. What will happen? It will pull the overall grade downwards. So the overall score can even move from an A minus to a B plus. What will happen? It will affect the overall weighted cluster points from 44.5 to maybe even 36.6. Will he still qualify for Maseno? No. Will he still qualify for medicine? No. What will happen? He'll have to choose another career. So students what is important is the first 4 plus the booster subject. When picking the booster subjects, it should be the word booster. A booster should always boost the overall grade. Don't look at other factors, because at this point, you are aiming at your career. You are aiming to get the highest weighted cluster points. So having identified the first 4, pick another 3 that will boost the overall performance. Are you together? You are lucky. For some of you, you have not chosen subjects. When you were choosing subjects, when I was in high school, I was in Kericho High School. Anyone from Kericho High School? Yes. Now, most students used to go for field trips in agriculture, right? Walikuwa naenda agriculture show. Yeah, watu wa geography, from time to time, wanaenda kuona what do we call? Right? In Bogor, they could visit Bogoria and all other sites. Now, most of the students could pick because they knew that hii nikipick kuna trip ya kwenda Nakuru Showground. Hii ingine nikipick, I'll go to Kerio Valley to go and view the viewpoints and what of view. Not knowing that the subject that they are supposed to pick should be a booster subject. I made that mistake. And I'm not saying geography is bad. Geography can be a booster subject to you, but it is not a booster subject to me. Now, one term into picking the subjects, I realized that the overall performance came down. But thanks to my teachers, they gave me an opportunity to change the subject. Then I picked my booster subject. So for you, pick a booster subject. Don't pick because this subject has got many field trips. The field trips will come in future. You sacrifice now so that you can enjoy in. Most students will say, sitaki mwalimu so and so sitafanya subject yake. So and so anafunza biology, anafunza physics. Mwalimu anabo, wacha niachane na physics. Not knowing that the teacher will continuously earn his salary to the retirement age. But for you, you are working towards your career. Now, university application. After picking that subject, after working hard, after release of the KCSE, you now select the university. Students apply for a course after the KCSE. They may revise the course. If you have applied that course and the first, maybe you had applied KU and University of Nairobi, and you failed to get the admission, you are given that leeway to do the course revision. You can revise by changing the university and changing the course. You can now shift from this university. Maybe you have been you have been selected to pursue maybe BCom, and you feel that BCom is not my thing. I want to do engineering, right? So what will happen is you can change from BCom to engineering before you report. You do intervarsity transfer. Are you together? Yes. So don't say because I've just been selected to this course, otherwise. No, you are given that leeway by the government to change. Next is you can also do the intervarsity transfer. You can change, maybe, yes, BCom was your preferred course. BCom of in life, you always aim for the best. You aim to get your career from the first attempt. You want to hit that medicine course from your first attempt. But at times, you find that a student may not be lucky because of some other external factors. The education system nowadays is opened. You can start from undergraduates, bachelor's, master's, and doctorates. Some will start from the diploma. Don't worry. Start from the diploma, progress to the bachelor's, move to the master's, and finally to the PhD. Are you together? Some will start from the certificate, but always learn to progress in life. But I'll not encourage you to aim at the certificate level. Now that you have the chance, you have that opportunity, you have that good environment, always aim to start at the bachelor's level. We'll start from the certificate or the artisan. But for you, I'll encourage you that you start from the bachelor's level, move to the master's, and forward. Distractors of the right choice of careers. The first is peer pressure from classmates. Classmates can advise you wrongly. Unaambiwa tusifanye hii course, tusifanye hii subject ni ya mode fulani. Na huo mode nasikia ni mbaya sana. Those are the negative peer pressure. Remember, it's you and you alone who will live by that career after you clear your high school. The second is the perceptions towards the teacher. Some will hate a teacher, and at the end of it all, they drop the subject because so-and-so is teaching that subject. Remember, it is not the teacher. It's about you and your career. Next is non-essential issues. For example, the time. Next is the number of activities. You are picking a subject because it has got so many activities compared to the other one. But remember, time will come when you'll always enjoy. For me, I missed the opportunity of going to the field trips in geography when I was in high school. But now I can go anywhere. I can go and assess students in attachment in Mombasa. I can go and assess students in Masai Mara. I can go and assess students in Kakamega, whichever place. If you make a sacrifice today, you are going to enjoy in future. Next is copying from your friends. Best yangu fulani amefanya hii subject. Wacha hata mimi ni fanye. Remember, you pick your career, then from your career, ask yourself, what does this career require in terms of the class of subjects? What are my booster subjects? But not what has your friend picked. Usiseme Kevua amefanya CRE, wacha hata mimi nifanye CRE. Mark amefanya history, wacha hata mimi nifanye history. It's you and you alone. Next. The common mistakes that students do when choosing a career. The first is not researching more about your course. Some students also will follow other students' pathways instead of following theirs. Next is not talking to ujue career, what does it entail, what are the future prospects. You just keep it for yourself, not making inquiries. Always learn to talk, learn to consult from your teachers. Next is not looking beyond the best career lists. Another one is leaving some choices blank. That is when you are now done with the KCSE, results are out, you are applying for a course, you leave some of the choices blank, choosing courses that you don't meet the requirements. He wanted medicine. The requirements of University X is 40 cluster points, but for him he has 38. So will he get that course? No. Next is failing to revise the courses. If you fail to revise the course also, because after application, the first revision will be done based on whether you are successful or not. If you are not successful, you are advised to go and revise. So you can revise by changing the course and also changing the university. Next is some students will provide a wrong telephone contacts. You have cleared high school, you request your parent to register a SIM card for you. You provide that SIM card when you are applying for the courses. After some days, you lose a SIM card, you register another one. when the COOPs will be giving alerts, they use the first SIM card that you had provided. By then, utakuwa umepoteza. So I'll advise you that use a reliable telephone contacts so that you don't miss the information. Distractors to these goals and careers. The first is laziness. Remember, opportunity, we said, is one of the factors that you must make maximum use and utilize it very well. Some wanted the opportunity of this scholarship, but they were not successful. But for you, you were successful. Make maximum use of it. Don't lazy around. Don't go to school enjoying living in the comfort zone, knowing that the fee is sorted, everything is sorted. You just relax. No. Go to school, work very hard. Remember I said life is a race. And it's only the top cream that will be rewarded. So don't lazy around. Attitude. Avoid negative attitude. Someone will say, mathematics proves to be very, very difficult. So mimi na hesabu, hatutaki. Wacha tu nimalize, nitafute hiyo course haitaki hesabu. Remember, maths is required in a minimum of 18 clusters. Next is the fear. Some students will create the fear that nasikia sciences inakuanga ngumu sana. Let me focus only on the soft subjects, that is the CRE, the geography, the history, the French. No. Also don't fear asking. Learn to ask. Uliza maswali kwa walimu. I was told of one student called Mora, who was in one of the schools in Koiwa. Mora was performing dismally in chemistry. Every time the results were released, alikuwa wa nyuma klasi yake. But these students kept asking questions, approaching the teacher of chemistry. Hii mwalimu inaendaje? Ni kama sikushika hii vizuri. Look at this question. Can you assist me? Next time the results are released, Mora, the last. That was in Form 2. Form 3, still, Mora, the last in the class for chemistry. But this student persisted. She did not fear asking the teacher, hii mwalimu inaendaje? The teacher kept encouraging her that, don't worry. Even though you scored 15 in chemistry, what was said were the things that you didn't know, but just revise them, you will have known. Next time, Mora, still the last in her class, but this time 20 marks. The teacher kept encouraging. Mora also kept asking and making inquiries, asking the teacher for assistance. By the time she was in Form 3, Mora alikuwa anapata ma 45s kwa chemistry. She was in the middle in her class. She still kept persisting, asking the teacher on how she could improve. The teacher kept encouraging her. Hakuogopa. By the time KC was done, Mora was among the top 10. What does she do now? She's a chemical engineer. Because of her persistency, because of that lack of fear, she was able to transform her grade from a D to an A in chemistry. Don't fear. Always make inquiry. Always approach your teacher. Always ask your fellow friends who are performing excellently in certain subjects that you feel that you are not performing. Next is the peer influence. Some of the class members can influence you negatively. They can approach you. Mbaya. Nataka tuanze protest kwa shule. Nataka tuende strike. You become the ringleader. What happens? You are expelled. You lose a scholarship. You miss your career. Avoid the peer influence. Next is character. Next is character. What do you do when you are not around your parents? Some will be good when they are home. Wanafanya kila kitu vizuri. Wazazi wanajua so and so is an angel when they are at home. But the minute that they report in school, wanaenda kuwa ringleaders, the bad companies in school. Always maintain a good character. Next is obedience. Be obedient to your teachers. Follow the school rules and regulations. And always be a person of integrity. Don't cheat in your exams. Prepare very well. Study hard. I'm reminded of someone called Jim. He was working in a company. He was one of the employees, just an ordinary employee. But because the CEO of this company was retiring, he called his employees, told them that I'm retiring in the next 1 year. But I'm not going to hand over this company to my family. I'm handing over the leadership of the staff in that company. Not in the management, just an ordinary staff. So the CEO decided that, let me give each one of each employee a seed. The CEO told them, at the end of the year, we are going to convert somewhere for the end of the year party. And I'll decide who the next CEO will be. Each one went to plant the seed. Jim also planted the seed. After several weeks, 6 weeks, that company we are talking of, how to work to Jim the tea break said 1.5 meters. Mwingine 2 meters. So they were competing in the heights. Jim felt so depressed because while the others were talking of how their seed had germinated, his had not germinated. Alieka tu kwa mchanga, ikabaki hapo. 8 months into the end of the year, the CEO told them, you remember I told you at the end of the year we'll converge in the best hotel, and I'm going to ask each one of you to bring what they had planted, what had grown, so that I make the judgments. Jim felt so terrified. He knew that his job was going to end. At the end of the year, the CEO asked all the employees, sasa, tutaenda Nairobi, a certain hotel, but before that, you are going to use a certain bus, fully booked for all of you. Apart from that, bring your seeds, your plants that you've grown. We have an hired lorry, which will take. When they went to that hotel, the staff ate, and when it was time for the CEO to speak, he told everyone, bring your plants, display what you planted. The employees displayed. The employees among themselves had made a judgment on someone called Mark. For Mark, he had the tallest tree. His tree had grown some flowers, and they knew that Mark was going to be the CEO. The CEO stood and made his speech and told everyone, now it is time for me to hand over to the CEO who will take over because I'm retiring here and now. I'm neither giving the mantle to my family members, but I'm handing over power to one of you. Everyone was looking at Mark because for Mark, the plant had grown very tall. But the CEO requested Jim. He told Jim, step in front. Everybody knew that Jim was going to be fired. Why? Alileta a pot nye iko na mchanga tu peke yake. But all the others had brought a plants which had grown tall. For some, it had flowers. He asked Jim, can you lift the pot that you have for the others to see? Jim started shedding tears, knowing that he was going to be fired. The CEO told the employees, ladies and gentlemen, the next CEO of this company is Mr. Jim. Everyone was surprised. The CEO went ahead to tell them that I gave each one of you a seed that had been boiled. There is no way it could germinate. But you lied. You replaced the seed with your own seed. It's only Jim alone who did not replace the seed. He brought the boiled seed as it is. Therefore, with this integrity, ladies and gentlemen, I'm handing over power to Jim. Let us be students of good integrity, because integrity will give us a reward in future. It doesn't matter. Some will take shortcuts. Some you will see and make judgment that so-and-so is doing very well in maths because maybe of cheating in class, doing this, doing the shortcut, but follow the right way, the path of integrity, and you'll get your reward. As I end, I want to give a fact that every seed germinates where it is grown. Every seed germinates at any place. Don't give excuses that I wish I was in Kabarak, that I wish I was in Strathmore, I wish I was in Alliance, I wish I was in Starray Boys for me to go and score an A. Every seed grows where it is. You will get an A in the school where you are. So don't give an excuse that I wish I was in this other national school. The A that you are looking for is right at the school where you are. And as I end, there is a proverb that says, every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up and it knows that it must outrun the fastest lion or it will be killed. In the same area, every morning as the lion wakes up, it knows that it must run faster than the slowest gazelle, or else it will starve. It doesn't matter whether you are the lion or whether you are the gazelle. When the sun rises, you better be running, because if you become the slowest gazelle, what happens? You'll be eaten by the lion. If you become very slow as a lion, what happens? You will starve because you do not get food. And remember, you are in the race. Only the best of the best will be rewarded with gold, silver, and bronze. And that's, I say, it is time for you now to go and roar. Thank you very much. That was my time.
Thank you so much, Daktari. Let's put together 3 heart claps for that session. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Thank you so much. I want to appreciate Daktari for taking us through that insightful session. It was quite insightful. We have learned quite a lot, I believe. And at this moment, before we break for lunch, we want to do two things. One, we want to get responses and questions from you. And then two, we will listen from our coordinator, Mr. Mutai. Then we will break for lunch. Are we together? Yes. Any questions? He has touched about study habits. He has talked about subject choices. He has also talked about career choices, you know. And he has also led us through a motivation and inspirational talk. Can we get responses? You just raise your hand. We are teaching young boys and girls that will be courageous, you know. So I'll give you opportunities to stand up and ask your questions or give a response. You just raise your hand, then we'll give him opportunity to respond. Okay, can we have questions, responses from us, the students? Anybody with a question? Career choices, subject choices. Yeah, there is a hand over there. Now, you know, I'm a teacher, and sometimes while teaching, you ask students to volunteer and they don't volunteer. I can hear you on your own behalf. Huh? Okay, yes, you introduce yourself and maybe tell us your school.
My name is Victor Mondi from Kiptewit Boys High School.
Your voice, Kidogo.
My name is Victor Mondi from Kiptewit Boys High School. Yes. I was asking, I need to choose a journalism, but I don't know which humanities which I can pick from both three humanities.
Okay. He would like to pursue journalism. He's unaware of the humanities to take. Okay, thank you. That is it? Okay. Let's have another question. Yeah, we have a hand at the back.
My name is Abigail Chelangat from Koru Girls. I have a question. When you have said when it comes to career choosing, some people say even if you don't do physics, you can do computer science with your connection. Is that true?
Kindly come up. If you want to do computer science without physics.
Some people say that you can do it when you have connection with the people doing that course, and it can be easy for you to do computer sciences when you have connection with the people in there.
Okay. Dr. You've got the question? So, thank you. You have another question? Okay. We have a hand, the other side. Yeah, just, the mic is on, huh?
Good afternoon. So my name is Kwai Chenok, a former student from Janok High School. And in terms of career choosing, I have a dilemma that according to my career and my suggestion, my dream is to pursue engineering, the Bachelor of Aeronautical Engineering. And I don't know how many points are required and which university is just giving out those experience or in aeronautical engineering. Thank you.
Can we get one more? Then we can allow Daktari to respond on that batch before we maybe give an opportunity, we can ask other questions.
My name is Faith Shepkemoi from Oletipis National School. And my question is, you said that you should identify your strengths and weaknesses. What if your strengths or your weaknesses are more than your strengths? What should you do for that so that you can increase your strength? Because I know that the weaknesses should not be more than the strength. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. We have a SWOT analysis. Okay, so let's allow Daktari to respond on that batch of questions before we can maybe pick others.
Wonderful questions. I'll start with the first question, that is journalism. Now, in journalism, the student was not sure on the arts subjects that he needs to pursue. Now, for journalism, the major emphasis will be the languages as opposed to the arts. Now, the arts only comes in as booster subjects, but I'll request you that you pay keen emphasis on the languages as opposed to the arts. Now, the arts will come in as the booster subjects and pick the arts that gives the overall highest performance. If CRE gives an A, pick. If geography gives an A, pick. But give emphasis to the languages. Next is the issue of computer science. Now, it is a system, not connection. Yeah. When you are placed in your careers, it is a system that picks you, not a negotiation between you and a fellow human being. That's why you apply online using the COOPS portal. Now, if you had dropped physics when you are doing the selection of the subjects, now all is not lost. You can still come from the IT part of it, but not the computer science. The IT, but you can now major in software engineering. Now, most of this, the latest technology, I told you when you are picking your career, you are aligned with the trends that is happening in the world. The world is moving nowadays towards the AI, artificial intelligence. And the robots are taking over. Who develops these robots? It's the computer science gurus. You develop a system, a software, you are paid good money. In fact, most of the students who pursued computer science, they even don't look for employment nowadays. They become self-employed. I'm aware of 3 students who completed bachelor's level. They specialize in software engineering. They have been developing systems. When they once developed a system that was used by one institution, the institution bought the system at 27 million shillings. 27 million divided by 3 fellows, developers. Kila mtu anapata ngapi? 9 million. Another institution came over, they bought the same system, another 27. Another 9 million. How long will you take to get a total of 18 million if you are employed, earning a salary of 50,000 several years? Apart from that, they take yearly maintenance. Apart from that, they keep on doing the system development. So computer science is good. Next is aeronautical engineering. Now, the universities that offer the accreditation of the universities, it should be from the Commission of University Education. When you are selecting a university, make sure that the university that you select is listed under the Commission of University Education, the QA. Now, you can consider JKUAT, you can consider Moi University. Now, what is the cutoff points? The cutoff points keeps on changing. It is not permanent. Does the university change the points? For example, if I want to pursue civil engineering in JQuat, is it 40 points continuous? No. This year it can be 40. Next year it can be 41. Who changes? It is not the university. It is based on the applicants. If the vacancy today that is available is for 100 students, and you had 500 students applying, the cutoff will be the first 100 students. If the 100 students this year got a cluster point of 41.2, the 41.2, the last student in this year, the 100 students, there is cluster points, the 41.2 will be the cutoff points for that university next year. If the following year, the cutoff point will be 41.3, the last student, that will be the cutoff point for that university the following year. Are you together? So it keeps on changing from time to time. Next is the issue of analyzing the strengths and the weakness and opportunities and threats. The SWOT analysis always dictates that the strength and the weakness is internal. It's something that you can deal with. The opportunities and threats is external. It's something that is beyond your control. Now, the strength is something that is inborn. Weakness is something also that is within you. You can work on your weakness. So, it may not be instantly that you eliminate the weaknesses. It can be gradual, but always learn to work on the weakness gradually. And as you register, remember I told you, adopt the philosophy of continuous improvements. Learn to improve also from your weakness side. Are you together? Yeah, thank you very much. Any other question? If there is no question, I'll say I wish you all the best. Yangu na Wangoja campus. All the best, students. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Can we have a student to appreciate leaders in appreciating Daktari for that session? A student, I know we have various forms of appreciation in our schools. A smart way, nowadays we are going smart. A smart way of appreciating Daktari. A student, a volunteer. Any student? Yes, come over. Thank you so much, young man. We are also recognizing leaders in our midst, and that is very important. Yeah, let him lead us in applauding Daktari for taking us through that session. Then I'll hand over to Mr. Mutai. Yeah.
Naam. Kwa kuzingatia itifaki zote, naomba kuwasalimu katika jina la Yesu. Hamjambo. Mie ni Kipkoech Enoch, mwanagenzi kutoka shule ya vulana na tena kitaifa na Tenwick. Napatikana katika gatuzi la Bomet katikati ya Uzento. Ya kwanza kabisa nataka kuchukua fursa hii ili niweze kuwashukuru viongozi wetu katika hulka hii. Kama alivyosema mwongozi au rais wa Jamhuri la Tanzania kuwa viongozi ni kuongoza na wala si kufunga njia. Na mimi nasema kuwa kwa kweli wamebaini. Ya pili, nataka kuwashukuru na pia kuwahongera kwa kuitikia mwito huu walioweka katika mikakati yao. Manake mlielewa au mlizingatia methali iliyobuniwa na wahenga au wazee wetu wa zama zetu waliposema kuwa itikia wito na wala si na unaitika kwanza, unaitika ya pili unaona au unaja kutaka kufafanua zaidi kuwa umeitiwa nini. Na kama umeitiwa hasi, ni sharti kwako kukataa. Na kama umeitiwa chanya au positive issues, ni sharti au ni kwako kukupali na kupiga gumuzi kupili kuendelea mbele. Na kwa hayo machache, na washukuru kwa kuyatega masikio yenu ili kuyanaza machache nilionayo. Asanteni na Mola awabariki.
Asante sana Bwana Mutai, karibu.
Huyo kijana amebobea kwa Kiswahili jamini. Hebu tupatie tena makofi ya nguvu. Mimi ni mkwasi wa lugha ya Kiswahili, lakini huyo ni gwiji. Thank you for the word. Asanteni sana. Thank you Dr. Kimboy for taking us through the subject selection and career choices. I want to believe all our scholars have actually gotten the content, because sooner or later you'll be visiting. You'll be able to pick the courses you are going to do at the university. I want to pick one thing from what the doctor has just spoken. That you guys, you have been given a good opportunity to show excellence in your academics. He said that you should not start in certificate. The minimum level you can start is from the degree level. Then you go to the master's and the PhD. Some of us, like me, because of challenges in my academic life in my high school, I started from the certificate. And I got encouragement. Maybe allow me just only 5 minutes before we break for lunch. I tell you my story so that you know when you are seated here, you will actually appreciate that books are true levelers. I read a book called Think Big, written by a renowned neurosurgeon in the world called Ben Carson. Ben Carson, and I quote, he said that books are true levelers. It gives you keys to doors which not anybody can enter. You see, people who have gone to school up to they have done PhDs. It's through sheer hard work and determination. Ben Carson again said, if they can do better, if they can do better in what you do, focus and determine in your academic life. We didn't bring you here just to listen to stories. We want to mentor you so that you become better than some of us. So we have to tell you the story, the journey we traveled. Me, I finished Form 4. I didn't go to university direct. I went to do construction in Kapkate Tea Factory. I went to pluck tea I went to Nakuru to a mechanic shop, a mechanic yard, to do cars, to mend cars, and sleep in those mechanic yards. I went to Nairobi and I went to media house to do kibaruas. I went to do building. Then when I got this job as a store clerk, I got encouraged that I wanted to become the best out of me. So what did I do? I went back to school, but from the certificate level. I did accounting diploma. I went to do my professional accounting up to the end. I went again and did another one for risk management to the end. Then I went to the University of Nairobi, and here I am. Do I look like I'm somebody who plucked tea? Do I look like somebody who went to do a construction in somewhere? I'm driving my own car. And I don't want to brag. I just give glory to God, because He's the one who has enabled us to be what we are today. So we have brought you here so that we speak to you, to your minds, that when you are in school, you have 24 hours. 8 hours you sleep, but a student should not be sleeping 8 hours. You sleep less hours. You have 8 hours for lessons. What do you do for the 8 hours in the 24 hours in a day? The way you manage that time will make a difference in your life. The way it has made a difference in my life. I got employed and I started going for evening classes from the certificate level up to the university. And I still want to go back there to become a doctor like Dr. Kemboy. And so to you, you can even go up to the professorship. The road is clear. It is the effort you are putting right now which will make you become what you want in life. In your lives, I'm advising you as my children. You are my children. You are my sons and daughters. I have a family. I didn't want my children to start where I started. I made sure that I gave them the proper education. 2 of them are at the university. One is doing economics, the 4th year. Another one is doing environmental science at Macedo University in second year. And I want them to succeed, to get the best out of themselves. And now that you are my children, I don't want anybody not to go to university. Direct musome na bidii. Hard work. Sisi tulikuwa tunasoma na koroboi. Unajua koroboi? When people are asleep, we used to have those lanterns. Ile ya kuwasha, ile ya kitambi. Mnajua hiyo? Unaona? Then unasoma, then unfortunately unaweza kohoa. Then inazimika. Then hakukuwa na kiberiti by then. You understand? Tunaenda tena kutoa hiyo embassy, hiyo moto, alafu tunapuliza, tunaweka karatasi ndio uende washe taa ndio usome. Sasa wewe umepatiwa scholarship from day 1 mpaka day last. Unapatiwa school fees, hakuna kufukuzwa. Unapatiwa kits, mpaka hata sabuni, mpaka hata shoes, mpaka hata nguo. Sisi tulikuwa tunavaa kiraka yenye inapigwa imeshona na uzi ya sweta kama hiyo. Unajua ile inaitwa chosit? Ninyi mnajua? Inashow, alafu unakuwa na kiraga huku nyuma kwa sababu ilikuwa nguo moja. Ninyi mko na nguo ngapi? Alafu mtatuletea C, mnatuletea D. We don't want that. We want you people to get A's. If not A's, A minus. If not A minus, B plus. Mambo ya si hata muachane. Because you are boarding. As nilikuwa kwa day school. Naenda huku na kuja. Hata lunch nilikuwa naenda nyumbani. Na natembea na mguu tupu. Do I look like nilikuwa natembea na mguu tupu? Sasa musicheze. I'm giving you advices. What you do right now, the Form 4 certificate is key to your life. If you get a lower grade, you will go nowhere. You will start working for people. Vile daktari alikuwa amecast pale. Alisema, if you don't want to take your place, you will go and work for others to achieve their vision. Sisi hata hatukuona, tulikuwa tunaona, lakini hili. So, mkue watu wa kuona, wa vitendo. Kusema na kutenda. Unasikia? I'm advising you as my sons because we have been given a responsibility to take good care of you, to get the best results in your life, so that when you go out there, you become the best. When people are competing jobs, they say, nani alipata vizuri? Wewe. You are given the first priority. Usikue mtu wa kwamba yule anasukuma kama wheelbarrow. We don't want such people. We need people who are wanajituma. Wanajituma. Kama ni economics, kama ni science, unajituma. You become the best out of you. Mesikia watoto wangu? That is the reason why we have called you here. So that we instill that sense in your minds. Usikue unacheza mambo ya simu, wekeni kando kwanza. Mambo ya WhatsApp na hi, I miss you, wacheni kwanza. Tusome kwanza. Once we have gotten the good grades, tukue na magari mzuri na tukue na job mzuri na tukue na nyumba mzuri. See, that one you can do later on. Because there are things which you can defer. Kwa taxation kunaitwa nilikuwa deferred tax. Usifanye sahi, fanya baadaye. There are more benefits by doing baadaye than by doing. Sasa. So I think you are encouraged. That is my story. Nilisomeshwa na watu villagers through their ambitions. Hiyo ni scholarship pia. Ilikuwa scholarship by that time. Sahi ni formal, eh? Sasa. Thank you very much for listening. I want to return to the programmer, to the MC, ndio tuende tukule lunch. Immediately after lunch, tunakuja kuongea mambo ya life skills. Na mwenye atatuongoza. We had invited Mr. Mutali Chesebe, who is the principal of the High School. Unasikia huyu kijana alikuwa anaongea Kiswahili? Unajua Mutali Chesebe ni mkwasi wa Kiswahili. Amemiga kabisa. Kwa mfano yake, unasikia hiyo Kiswahili alikuwa anaongea? Sio Kiswahili cha kuokota kichochoroni, ni Kiswahili imepigwa pasi. So become the best in your life. Unasikia watoto wangu? Best. Asanteni sana. hayo machache namrudishia MC atuasha hii twende tukule lunch. Tukishakula lunch, mwenye atatuongoza sasa ni Mr. Masimbe, who is the representative on Mr. Chesebe. And I heard he's a very good speaker. So let's be prepared tuanze kufunzwa mambo ya life skills. Sawa? Thank you very much for listening to me.
Thank you. We have an announcement.
I would like to see this scholar, Edwin Kiprop from Chebwagan Boys, admission 9477. Nice lunch.
Kuna mtoto hakuwa anasikia vizuri, na anybody who has a problem musifiche. There will be some people will be placed in different places wawasaidie. Kuna mtoto anaitwa Marcelino wa Kablong Girls. Utaenda kwa dispensary pale, kuna madam tumeongea, mtaonana naye, akona jambo na wewe. Sawa?
Hey, that is it. We've come to the end of our second session. I want to request one of us to make a prayer, then we go for lunch. A volunteer student to pray for lunch. Na si lazima awe msichana. Wavulana wanaume pia wanaombea chakula, si ndio? We must demystify issues of sex and gender. Hey, let's have somebody. A young man. Come. Kuja. Ni wewe, wacha kuangalia mwenzako. Young man. Okay, somebody else. Hata kama ni msichana. Naona boys wamekataa. Thank you so much.
Praise God. Praise God once more. Let's put down. My everlasting Father, I do come for you this afternoon to glorify your name. Thank you for the gift of life you have given unto us. Thank you for enabling us to see this moment, to give you all the glory and honor, mighty and everlasting Father, Lord of glory. You know, as we are going for our lunch, may you be with us, may you guide us, Almighty and everlasting Father, Lord. May you bless us, may you bless our food in Jesus' name. You know, even our parents back at home, I pray that may you be with them, may you guide them, and may you protect them, Almighty and everlasting Father, Lord of glory. We give you all the glory and honor, Almighty and everlasting Father, Lord of glory. You know even what we have learned, Almighty and everlasting Father. May you be with us. May it stick on our mind, Almighty Father, Lord of glory. May we
And the question that I want to ask all of us is that, why did you go to school? A very simple question. Just ask yourself that question. Why did you go to school? As for me, I can remember the reasons why I went to school when I was young. That was when I was almost 6, 7 years. I saw all my friends were going to school and I started crying. And since I was crying, my parents decided that because you are crying, you just go and experience what is there. And then what happened? They took me to school. I was happy. I can remember they bought me nice uniforms, shoes. And then in the process, I was enrolled in a school. And the school was referred to as Mariakani Primary School in Nairobi. So the first 2 days, I was very happy when I was going there. And then I realized the third day that I was not getting uchi. I started crying. And I started saying that now I'll not go to school. And I want just to ask you also the same simple question. Why did you go to school? Secondly, when you passed and you moved from primary to secondary school, what did you go to achieve in secondary school? Those are fundamental questions that you need to answer for you to ensure that your life is successful. And for the life that you are living to be successful, one, you must understand what we refer to as life skills. And as we are talking, we can ask ourselves that what is life skills? If you look for the case of different scholars, they have got different definitions of life skills. And some of them, they have been listed there. There are 4 of them. But as for me, I want to define life skill as follows, and I want you to write. Life skill is the abilities and behavior. Just right? Life skill is ability and behavior that help you effectively to deal with events and challenges. To deal with events and challenges. So they are 1, behavior, 2, abilities. And then apart from that one, you must check that we must have challenges, and apart from that one, there must also be events. So once you have done that one, the next thing that we need to ask ourselves, that when you're talking about life skills, what are these life skills that you are supposed to come about? Remember, in the school we will teach you, as we will be teaching you chemistry, it is as per the 844 system of academics. You'll come to realize that we talk little about life skills. But we need to ask ourselves, what are the benefits of knowing life skills? And what are some of the life skills that you know? I think that somebody can assist me by giving them microphone so that you can just tell me, what are some of the life skills that you know? So you can carry up your hand, some of the life skills that you know. What are some of the life skills that you know? Yes, just try. It's not a must that you get the right one. Yes. You can carry up your hand.
Knitting.
Pardon?
Knitting.
Good. Apart from knitting? Yes, there is an up here. Yes, there are so many.
Self-awareness.
Self-awareness. Apart from self-awareness. Yes, can give them there.
Self-control.
Self-control. Yes. We are talking about life skills. I know there are so many. We are just sampling, yes?
Creative thinking.
Pardon?
Creative thinking.
Creative thinking. Yes.
Self-esteem.
Self-esteem. So let us take that one to be the last one so that we can continue. Yes?
Assertiveness.
Assertiveness. Have we ever asked ourselves that what are the benefits of life skills? Do you know some of the benefits of life skills, and I want just to list them very fast so that we can move. So the first benefit of life skill is, one, it enables us to build relationships. It enables us to build relationships. And remember, when you are talking about building relationships, in one time in your life, it will reach a point whereby you will move up the ladder. And as you'll be moving up the ladder, you will come to realize that there are some circumstances whereby you might be forced to know people who will assist you to connect you to some given places. For example, in Kenya these days, they always say that for you to be rich, it depends with the person whom you know. But no, to the Pope of Catholic Church. The first thing I must know a Catholic. Who will connect me to who? Who will connect me to? Not to Pope, to Padre. And then Padre to the representative of Pope in Kenya. And then in the process, I'll find myself reaching Pope. Is it true? So how will I reach that point? I'll reach only that point if I am at a position of building relationship. And there are skills that we are supposed to know when we are building relationships. And which skills are this one? I want you to know that these are the skills that you need to acquire. One, right? And say collaboration skills. Collaboration skills. You must know how to collaborate with your friends. And that is the reason as to why when we have come here, all of us, we need to collaborate. And in the process, we need to know each other. Because one day, we will need each other. Apart from that one, you must also have communication skills. You must have communication skills. You must have communication skills. Apart from communication skills, you must also have listening skills. Good listening skills. You must have good listening skills. For building relationship also, you must also have conflict resolution abilities. Conflict resolution abilities. Conflict resolution abilities. Conflict resolution ability. And then apart from that one, you must also have self-management. To build relationship, you must know how to manage yourself. Because what is happening is that as you are building relationship, I will not just take any Dick, Harry to enter into my camp if in any case you cannot manage some of the given issues. And for you to manage some of the given issues, you must know how to manage yourselves. Apart from that one, you must also have stress management skills. You must have stress management skills. That one will enable us to build our relationships. And that one is benefit number one of life skills. The second benefit of life skill, this one is referred to as financial literacy. You should have financial literacy. You know the problem that we are having with our education system? We always don't teach financial literacy. And when you're talking about financial literacy, you must know how to deal with your cash flow. Must know how to deal with your cash flow. And I hope you know what cash flow is, Senior. So the cash flow in this aspect is whereby, one, you must know what assets are and what liabilities are. So when you're talking about assets, I know as per now, we have been sponsored. And the way we have been sponsored, you will come to realize that the sponsorship that we have been given, there are some who have been given full scholarship, whereby you are being given even the pocket money. That money that you are having, you need to know how to manage it. And how will you know how to manage it? By having the financial what? Skills. And you must know the cash flow. We don't want a scenario whereby when you have been given money for your pocket money, the first day or the first week, you are done with all of it. Ukiulizwa unasema, mimi sikulangi dining hall ya shule, mimi kazi yangu wanakulanga mkate. We have got some boys who are always with that behavior. But for you to succeed, you must know the cash flow. And when you're talking about cash flow in this aspect, you must know what is an asset and what is a liability. A liability is something that will not do what? In terms of cash flow, is something that remove money from your pocket. And when you're talking about asset, asset is something that will do what? Will add money into your pocket. So, during this financial literacy, what are you supposed to know? You must know how to save, and apart from saving, and also you must know how to invest your money. So I want you to know the skills that you need to acquire there is saving and investing your money. Right, that one? Saving and investing your money. Apart from that one, I want you also to know how you can keep good financial records. I can remember the other day, it was last term, there is a parent that is in Bungoma. What happened? We have got a system whereby we always send money to our students in my school. And when you are withdrawing money, it must also alert the parent that you have withdrawn some given amount of money. So the mother was really disturbed because she was hustling, and after hustling, she came to realize that what was happening is that this student, within 3 days, he had already given him 5,000 to be in his account. But within 3 days, he had withdrawn how much? He had withdrawn 3,500 shillings. So he was asking, or she was asking, where do this money goes to? She was really disturbed. She had to travel from where? Because she went to bank. It was Equity Bank in Bungoma. And then she had to travel. She was told that for you to know how this money has been used, she had to travel from where? From Bungoma to school to inquire and see that what is happening. When she came, she was really stressed, and she found me. She was asking me, Mwalimu, I'm wondering, what can a student do with 3,500 within 3 days? We had to ask the boy. We moved, and in the process, as we were talking to him, he told us that tunajua nilikuwa mgonjwa, nikakula mkate mingi, and the things were not adding up. And in the process, when we looked at it keenly, we realized that this boy, when he is going home, he has been missing bread, and in the process of missing bread, he wanted to eat as much as possible because he was sponsored and the money was being placed in the account. But the problem he also did not know, because he was a Form 1, he did not know that this money is always traced back to the parent once he has done what? He has withdrawn that money. So we need to have our financial what? Skills, and knowing how to do what? How we can budget for our money, how we can keep good records of our finances. And then apart from that one, you need also to have banking skills. Nika banking skills. So that one is for the second benefit of life skills. Let us go to the third benefit of life skills. For the case of the third benefit of life skills, I know in one way or another, God will bless us. And all of us, I know 100% because we have been sponsored. God will help us, and all of us, probably, we will go to university. If in any case we will go to university, one, you will reach there, he will tell you that you need to look for your own accommodation. And when you're looking for your own accommodation, you need to have the other benefit of life skill. And that one is rental responsibilities. Right, that one? Rental responsibilities. And when Here, person's house. To pay some. Will not do what? He will be returned. Stay there. Probably relationship. Responsibility. You must know. Rest. Rental. You can apartment. What will find of that will be sure there's other skills. Out now. Now wait. The cook. Cloth. Will go. Yeah. alikuwa form 4. Akamwambia kijana, how are you? I'm fine. I am just father. The boy kwenda akakuja akilia. Akaambia the captain akakuja kuniambia. Nikauliza kijana, what is happening? Akaniambia that mimi nimeenda kwa dormitory, I found somebody sleeping down on the lower bed and wameniweka chini, nikamrequest niende chini lakini akakataa. I became harsh and hard. Kitu yenye ikafanyika, the boy akaenda akaongea na wengine akasema huyu kijana anakojoa sana, sasa inafaa tumweke huko kwa mlango. I told the boy, okay, wanataka kukuweka kwa mlango, na uliwekwa wapi? Hapo. Nikamwambia wewe hakikisha umelala hapo mahali uliwekwa, lakini hakikisha asubuhi ikifika toa tu nini? Toa nini? Mattress. Uende ufanye nini? Uanike. The boy was kind and good. Akaenda akatoa mattress akaanika, akishaanika, the other students started to stigmatize him. And what I told him that my friend, kama wanakustigmatize, nataka ufanye kitu moja. Sasa usitoe hiyo mattress, wacha ikae hapo. Na I told them that kitu yenye wafanyika usitoe, wacha ikae hapo. Na hiyo mattress ilikaa hapo. Ikanuka. Ikanuka. Watu wakaanza kucomplain, nikawaambia kwa dorm meeting tukaenda wakaniuliza, mwalimu sasa huyu kijana anakojoa. Nikawaambia hapana. What is happening? Your kijana, you are stigmatizing him. And since you are stigmatizing him, I want you to do one thing. If in any case you feel that your mkojo inanuka sana, enda utoe your mattress. Kijana we soma upate A yako uende kwenyu. After all, you came to score an A and go to your home. And this boy surely alikaa hivyo na akakaa hivyo, ikafika mahali pia yeye wale wengine wakamkubali. Wale walimkubali sasa walikuwa wanamwambia, please, leo ulifanya vile. Can you do what? Remove the mattress. Na pia yeye akiambiwa please, he used to feel so good. Anaitoa immediately. Ukishamwambia tu please, anatoa. This is a boy who was quite aware of who he is. One, it was not stigmatized. Two, he ensured that in the process, he does what is expected of him. And that one is to get what is right. And I want to tell you, yo kijana unafikia aliwacha kukojoa hapo. Alikojoa mpaka form 3. Na form 3 ndo akawacha kukojoa. Na apart from that one, he scored an A- na kaenda. Sasa sijui kama university mali alienda pia aliendelea kukojoa, I don't know now. So, when you're self-aware of yourself, you will ensure that you have your self-esteem the way it is. Remember, when you're dealing with self-esteem can also make you to do what? To fail. So when you're talking about self-esteem, we have got two. You can either have low self-esteem or high self-esteem. And the person who has got high self-esteem is the person who, we ask him even a question, he will answer immediately. If we call upon you to come here and explain something, even if you are not aware of what it is, you will come and say something. And there are some factors that will enable us to have that self-esteem. Let's say, for example, if we are having a good student, I want us to categorize these two. I've said that we have got how many types of esteem, self-esteem? 2. High and low. Sawa. So this is a student. This student is good. Secondly, it is clever. And then apart from that one, is successful and is likable. If you look at such a student, is he having high self-esteem or low self-esteem? Yes? If you are good, if you are clever, and if you are successful, and people likes you where you are, the question is, are you having a high self-esteem or low self-esteem? High self-esteem. Higher. The other one is this one. If you are stupid, unlikable, and always you give negative feedback, will you be having a low self-esteem or a high self-esteem? So always you must ensure that you do things that will ensure you to have a high self-esteem. Because self-esteem will automatically impact on your attitude. And once your attitude has been impacted, hapo normally utaona, unasema, oh, I don't like this subject. I don't know this subject. There isn't anybody who knows. And if you want to know that there isn't anybody who knows, look here. You have got students that you came with from primary school. Kuna mwenye alipata 328. Sino ni kweli? In your school where you are. Sino? Pengine wewe ulipata 356. Lakini you are 328. Anakutwanga mbaya. Sino ni kweli? Ukiangalia results yake anakushinda. A good example is me. I can remember when I did my KCPE, by then it was out of 700. And what happened is that I scored 480 out of 700. And there is a student mwenye aliletwa kwa shule yetu mwenye alikuwa 96. Na huyu mwenye alikuwa na 296, he really used to work on us thoroughly. Because he understand who he is. So you must be aware of who you are. So, when we are looking at self-awareness, let us look at benefits of self-awareness. Let us look at benefits of self-awareness. When you are aware of who you are, what are you supposed to, what are the benefits? 1, it gives us the power to influence the outcome. When you know who you are, you can influence the outcome. In your school, if you know very well that this is what I know, and you are aware of Somebody cannot tell you something that is contrary to that one and you accept it. Haiwezekani. So, it gives us the power to influence the outcome. Apart from that one, it improves our decision making and skills. It improves our decision making and skills. It improves our decision making and skills. So when you are aware of who you are, it can impact or it will improve in decision making. That one is whereby when you are doing group discussion in your school, you can tell your what? Your members whom you are having there that you are talking about this one, but this one is not like that. It is supposed to be C, D. And when he is talking about A, B. Apart from that one, it frees us from our assumptions and biasness. Unajua, some of us, we are coming from the community whereby we know that some things are done in this way. But if in any case you are self-aware, those biasness, you can remove them. And you can find yourself growing and moving to a positive direction. Apart from that one, it helps us build better relationship. When you are aware, there is a question that I want to ask a certain friend of mine here. Hello? I hope you know yourself. Do you know yourself?
Yes.
Yeah. And you know yourself. Do you know yourself?
Yes.
So the question that I want to ask you is a very simple question. Why did you decide to sit close to her? And why did you decide to sit close to her, but not close to him?
Because they are girls.
She's saying that because they are girls. Let me go to the one who is a boy and a girl so that we can get good answers. Yes. How are you?
I'm fine.
How are you?
I'm fine.
You are a girl.
Yes.
And you are a boy.
Yes.
Why did you decide to sit close to her? And you, why did you decide to sit close to him?
I missed the seat.
Yes?
I missed the seat.
Talk loudly. Yes?
I found her here.
So, when you found her there, why did you decide to sit where she was?
I don't know.
He's saying he doesn't know. Mm-hmm. Okay, let us look at this other category. Yes. You are sitting close to her, and she is sitting close to you. Do you know her name? Do you know her name? No. So why did you decide to sit together, the two of you?
Nothing. Yes, nothing.
Nothing. So, if we look deeply where we are, you can't realize the reason also why we are sitting close to one another. There must be something that attracts you close to that person. And that thing that attracts you close to that person comes in because you are aware of who you are. Hello? Tuko pamoja kila mtu? Yes. And that one is whereby we have got the benefits of what? Of self-awareness. Apart from that one, it enables us to control our emotions. It enables us to control our emotions. And when you're talking about our emotions, I can remember when we were in class 3. Oh, it was not class 3, it was class 6. Long time ago. We used to have a certain boy who was very smart. As for him, alikuanga tu mmoja anaongojea kwa class, and that one was his work. Anaona sasa leo umekosana na mtu, kisha kosana na mtu, anasema hajajeje, anakuja na kuangalia anasema hajajeje. Yaani huyu jamaa anakusukuma hivyo. Hajajeje. Wewe sio mwanaume. Hajajeje. And then he comes here. Anasema hey. Vile huwa anakuonanga wewe ni mkubwa hivi, unaweza kusukuma hivyo mpaka uanguke. Hello? And then in the process, unaona anakuja anasema kama wewe ni fast body, kama kuja upite laini. Kwanza kuja upite laini, kuja upite laini. Ukijaribu kuenda hivi, unaona anasema ona ule. And then in the process you'll come to realize that you come naturally by then. And then unaanza unapata tu kama mmeanza kupigana. Can you remember that? I know boys are aware of that. That person is referred to as a catalyst. That person is referred to as a catalyst. In other words, what is a catalyst? A substance that, yes, speeds up the rate of chemical reaction. And it does not take part in that chemical reaction. Is it true? So it's a catalyst. Ndio? Baada ya kupigana, the reason why is a catalyst, after fighting, utakuja kupata wewe hapo uko na kamlima, mwingine ametoa meno moja huku, mwingine ako na mandazi hapa kakubwa, si ndio? Yes. But yet atakuwa tu amekaa pale anacheka sawa. Because he's a catalyst. He speeds up the rate of chemical reaction but does not take part in that. You see that one? But if in any case you are self-aware of who you are, hata akikwambia wewe, what will you do? You will move. Sino ni kweli? Because you know the consequences. After all, sino mmefanya physics. Tunajua saa zile mnapigana, we say that action and reaction are equal and opposite. Sio ni kweli? Yes. Sasa mtu asikudanganye, mtu akikupiga ngumi hivi, alafu anajifanya ati amekupiga, awache kukudanganya. Ile uchungu yenye umesikia ndio yeye pia anasikia. Sio ni kweli? Because action and reaction are equal and opposite. So apart from that one, it reduces stress. If you know who you are, it will help you to reduce what? Stress. So ensure that you know yourself so that you should not have stress. And then apart from that one, it makes us what? Happy. So, I want us to look, how can we improve, right? Everybody right? How to improve and posture, to build a positive self-image. How to improve and posture, a positive self-image. How can you make yourself to have a positive image? So that if everybody looks at you, wanasema yes. Even you, if you look at yourself, you will say yes. And remember, all of this one will come from self-awareness. The first way is by recognizing your weaknesses. Andika, recognizing your weaknesses and seek way to improve those weaknesses. Know your weaknesses. Once you have known your weaknesses, check on the way you can improve those weaknesses. Very important. And if you want to know that it is very important for you to recognize your weaknesses, let us look at a car. When you look at a car, the car has got engine. The car has got the braking system. All of these ones, you'll come to realize that it was not made with one person. There's a person who was just specializing in engine. And in the process of specializing in engine, he realized that there is a weakness. That the car must stop. The braking system must be made. Hello? I gather everybody. And by doing that, you will come to realize that what will happen, you will be making your positive self-image. Because saa zile gari inaanza kukimbia, saa zile when it is moving, they will not only recognize that person who specializes in the edging. No. They will also recognize the person who specializes in the what? In the braking system. In the electrical system of the car. And there are so many people. So, once you know your weaknesses, improve on those weaknesses. And how do you improve on those weaknesses? One, by communicating to your friends. But remember, as you are talking to your friends, not everything is there to be told to your friends. There are just some which are supposed to be communicated. Hello? Tuko pamoja? Communicating to your teachers. Communicating to your sponsors. Once you have known your what? Your weaknesses. The second way to improve a positive self-image is to realize you are special being. You are a special being and creature on your own way. Know that you are special being and creature on your own way. Here is whereby you'll come to realize there is a probability tangu ingie form 1. You know very well that you have been sponsored, but you have not been performing. Kimeumana. Accept yourself and move on. And when you are saying that you accept yourself, you must understand yourself. After all, we have got a lot of life skills. Have you talked about them? Have you talked about them? And you have talked about their what? Their benefits. You know kweli? Yes. So, if in any case, umeona what is happening, you are not performing well. Just as our coordinator, Mr. Mtai said. Alisema yeye alianzia nini? Certificate. Akaenda baka yuko juu. You know kweli? Even me, I understood my weakness. I can remember I was coming from a very humble background. Very humble. Na I can remember me nilikuwa nasoma na nikisoma naenda nafanya kibarua na saa zingine ndo nakuja nalipa nayo fee. I did it. I can remember those who have been in Eldoret. You have been in University of Eldoret, hapo chini, the fish ponds. When they were being built in the year 2001, I was amongst the task force that was doing it. Na si ati nilikuwa na iko huko like a what? Like a technocrat. No. I was there like jamaa wa mkono. Building ponds. And in the process of doing that one, I understood myself and I say that I am a special being. And this weakness of that we don't have money in our family will not make me to stay without putting on well, without taking my lunch. Na nilikuwa nafanya hiyo kibarua. Na nilikuwa nakula. Na vile nilikuwa nakula, I can remember nilikuwa nanunua chakula baka. By then I had a girlfriend because nilikuwa first year baka third year hapo. Ana girlfriend yangu alikuwa anakuja anakula na hakukuwa anajua nafanya kazi huko Hello? Uzuri ni mama watoto saizi Hello? Are you getting that? So, once you realize that you are a special being and creature on your own way, you are not the same as the other one. You are not comparing with the other one. There is no comparative analysis here. I want you to note that. You will develop a positive what? Self-image. Na hiyo haiku nikataza, nikaenda nikafanya nini? I became what? A teacher. I passed well. Kakuwa mwalimu. And now I'm a teaching. And apart from that one, I am earning my salary. Hello? Tuko pamoja kila mtu. The other way of improving a positive self-image is to avoid criticizing yourself. Criticizing yourself, Ashley. Ati wewe unasema kwa nini mimi? Saa zote, why me? Why me? Don't do that. You are a special image. You are unique the way you are. And if you want to know that you are a special image, a good example is our president. Our president, sindaliuza kuku. Sindaliuza kuku. Yes? Kwanza sometimes nikimwona akiongea na muona akisema 50-50, kuku 50-50. Mayai pia utapewa sosa, mayai sosa, masai. Ukichukua kuku 50. Hello? I see that one. But as that one deterred him from being the president of the Republic of Kenya, in fact, saizi yenda ana control vitu kwa hii country yenye inaitwa Kenya. If he says no, it is no. If he says yes, it is yes. Remember, you can also be the president of the Republic of Kenya. It doesn't matter. That way to improve a positive self-image is for you to understand that failure is a learning point. You must know that when you fail, that one is a learning point. It's not the end of the road. That one is a learning point. Failure is a learning point. Not that one. Failure is a learning point. Si ati ukianguka tunasikia ati mtu amechukua kamba anaenda kujitia kitanzi. We, nikikupata nitakutwanga. Ati umeshika kamba ati because you failed. That one you are being stupid. That one is a learning point. If you fail, it is telling you that, oh, my guy, what is happening is that you have been thinking that you know, but you don't know. What you need to do is very simple. Can you re-strategize? Change the mechanism that you are using. The style that you are using to do your things are not up to date. That is the communication. Go re-strategize, plan, and then do what? Come back, redo it, and you will do what? You will make it. Once you are through with that one, let us look at what makes us not to achieve our goals. I know we always achieve our goals. When we are having life skills, sometimes we have got our goals. So, for example, when mkimbiaji, saa zingine unajaribu unakimbia na unaona bado haujafika. Unataka kukuwa somebody like Vivian Cheriot, bado. Unataka kuwa somebody like Kipyegon, bado. Kama you are a footballer, you want to be Messi, unaona bado. Unataka kuwa Ronaldo, unaona bado. What makes those goals not to be achieved? One, you don't have a burning desire. You don't have a burning desire. You don't have a burning desire. Hey, hata mimi siku moja nilijaribu kukimbia. Nilipoenda 200 meters, I was done. But there's somebody who will go 10,000 meters. Sino ni kweli? And he will make it. Because he's having a burning desire. Hello? Hello? So the reason also why you don't achieve your goals when you are having your life skills is, one, you don't have a burning desire. And this one is where also the Bible also assists us. What does the Bible say? It says that if in any case you confess something with your tongue, it will be like that. So kuanzia leo, have a burning desire. And that desire, you must say, yes, I'm the best. Say that you are the best. You say, when you say that you are the best, by the way, you will be the best. Hello? Hello? Tuko pamoja kila mtu? The other reason also why we don't achieve our goals, you don't have a role model. Don't have a role model. You don't have a role model. Kizungu ilisema, birds of the same feathers does what? Flocks together. Kwanzia leo. If in any case you want to be a teacher, ensure that teachers be your friends. And that by the way, they are human beings. Don't fear those people. What you don't know, wacha niwaibie siri. Mr. Mtai utaniruhusu niwaibie siri. What you must know is this one. Even us, tukikutana walimu tu wenyewe. Walimu tu wenyewe. Mnaonanga vile huwa mnacheza nyinyi mkiwa hivyo. That one is the way we always play when we are alone as teachers. Unapata saa zingine tunachukua kamba. Unaona hiyo kamba yenyewe mnaruka? I know girls mnapenda. Mnarukanga hivi, and then you sing, and you go, and then you go. That one is what we do when we are alone. Which means that we are human beings. Lakini sasa tumekupata tuko na nyinyi sura inakaa ya kazi. Niangalia unaweza toroka na dirisha, si ndio? But if in any case you bring yourself closer to us, you will be who you want to be. So if you want to, the reason also why we don't make or achieve our goals is just because we don't have role models. Ukitaka kukua mfanye biashara, be closer to that mfanye biashara. And the good example is this one. We have got Indians. Wengine wanasoma even in the schools around here. Utamuona akimaliza, yeye atafuti kazi, unampata tu siku moja amefungua biashara yake. Kwa nini? Because that one is their role model. Their parents in their community, they know that that one is what they will go. And that one is the route. If you want to be a politician, ensure that you are always close to the politicians. Hello? You must have role models. The other reason also why we cannot achieve our goals, you have wrong strategies. You set wrong strategies. Andika hiyo. You have wrong strategies. You have got wrong strategies. Remember, even life skills, you must strategize. If in any case I want to be the best slasher in the world, where will I start? I must be the best slasher in Litein High School. Once I'm through, I become the best slasher in Litein as a town. And then in Bureti district. And then in Kericho what? County. And then in South Rift. And then in, hello, are you seeing that one? In the country, in the region, and then worldwide. There isn't anything that starts at the top. It must start down here. So, and how does it start here? By you strategizing. Ensure that you must have correct strategy. Apart from that one, the reason also why we do not achieve our goals is you don't, or you do goal setting, but you do not do goal planning. You set your goals, but you don't plan for those goals. Hello? Una set tu unasema mi nataka kupata 10.5 ama mi nataka kupata A. Lakini ukiulizwa how will you get that A? Haujui. Unasema tu mi nataka kukuwa engineer. Okay. Then how will you get to be an engineer? Haujui. Hello? In life skills, also setting goals is very important. And as you set goals, at the same time you must do what? You must plan the way you'll achieve those goals. The other reason as for why we do not achieve our goals, we don't do what? We don't dream big. Mtu unamuuliza unataka kwa nini? Unasikia anasema tu unajua kwa village yao ameona kama the only person mwenye ameshai kuona is the person mwenye anaendesha bodaboda. Na anaona kila siku akienda analeta nyama nyumbani. Anasema mimi nikiwa mkubwa mimi nataka kukua bodaboda rider, na amemalizia hapo. Set big dreams. Say that I want to be the president of the Republic of Kenya. Say that I want to be the best athlete in this world. And what you must know, if you look at those people who have set big goals and they have got big dreams, what always happens with them, you'll come to realize that most of the time, they are always not satisfied. Utawapata ya kwamba wanasema, oh, nimepata hii bado nataka kuendelea. So ensure that your dreams are big. And when they are big, you will ensure that everything works on your side. Let us go to the second. Let us look at self-esteem. Self-esteem. Let us look at self-esteem. I know in one way or another you have ever talked about self-esteem. Or you have ever come across self-esteem. Have you ever come through this word that we call self-esteem? Yes? So I want us just to, using your own words, what do you think is self-esteem? And unajua mimi ni mwalimu, sasa sichukui mtu wote. I don't take those people who have done what? Wenye wameinua mkono. I'll go randomly to any person. Sawa? Yes. So what is self-esteem? Yes. Acha nianzie huyu. What is self-esteem? The way you understand it. You don't know, okay? What is self-esteem? The way you understand it. Don't know? Haya, tuangalie sasa. Nani atatuambia what is self-esteem? Yes. Self-esteem. Self-esteem. Yes, may you assist me there? Self-esteem. Using your own words.
Self-esteem is the way we value and perceive ourselves.
How we perceive ourselves. Another person?
Self-esteem is how you define yourself.
The way you define yourself. Yes, there's another one here.
Self-esteem is how you feel about yourself.
How you feel about yourself. So, all of you are right. So when you're talking about self-esteem, and this one, I want to give examples of our ladies. I can remember there's a day yenye nilienda nikaongea na wasichana wengine in a given school. And after talking to them, one of the students followed me. Na akaniambia, mwalimu najua mimi huwa sielewi physics, and she started crying. Kamuuliza kwa nini uelewi physics? Akaniambia, unajua mimi mwalimu wangu tu huwa ananionea. Nikamuuliza, na ulijuaje anakuonea? Even if I get something that is right and a mark wrong. Nikamuuliza, how did you know that ulipata right na aliweka wrong? Hello? Are you getting me? Immediately you degrade yourself. That's when you have got your esteem being low. Always believe that you are up there. So by definition, we can write and say that self-esteem is a way we feel about ourselves. Is a way we feel about ourselves. Self-esteem is a way or the way we feel about ourselves. Or we can say, another definition, is the self-awareness of a person's attitude and values. The way you perceive yourself, that is. I know you have heard somebody saying that you have got low self-esteem. Or you have ever told somebody you have got low self-esteem. Or you have got high self-esteem. Remember, when you're talking about self-esteem, it will impact either positively or negatively to your life skills. If in any case, it is in terms of calculation, and your esteem has gone low, even if you do what? To bring it up, you must improve on your esteem. So the question is, how do we improve in our esteem or self-esteem? Remember, I've said that we have got how many types of self-esteems? 2. The first one is which one? High self-esteem, and the second one? Low self-esteem. So if you are asked to select one, which one will you select? High self-esteem or low self-esteem? High self-esteem. That is good. And a person who has got high self-esteem ni ule mwenye akiona natokezea huko, badala apige kona pale, atakuja na ansalimia na ambia, mwalimu sasa, how was your day? Na unaenda wapi? That is a person who has got very high self-esteem. Sio ni kweli? Motivate yourself by keeping on exercising. And this one is always for those people who fear mathematics. If you want to perform in maths, always ensure that now and again, kila siku ukiamka asubuhi, at least do 3 sums. Fanya tu tatu. Now when I'm saying that you do 3 sums, unajua kuna wengine wenye huwa wanajaribu kufanya, when you take a paper, so unajaribu kufanya hivi, unaanza kufanya hivi, inafika hapa na unaona, na hii ilikuwaje? Unajaribu tena, hii ilikuwaje? Alafu unafungua huko kwa answers, unaangalia answers. Na ukiangalia answers hivi, unasema, kumbe ilikuwa rahisi hivi. Alafu unaenda tena ingine, unaona ni ngumu answer. That one, the displacement is 0. The best way of exercising is by ensuring that always what you do it. Bako upate answer. And then from there, mark it. Ama unaweza kupea rafiki yako to mark it for you. And then when you mark it, angalia mali ulifanya makosa. And then correct from that point. And that one will enable you to improve your self-esteem. Apart from that one, how you can improve your self-esteem, you must understand that all of us, we are not perfect. And there is nobody who is 100% perfect. Understand that one. That nobody is perfect. Ensure that you know that nobody is perfect. Hata sisi vile unatuona hivi, we just have our own weaknesses. But it is me to understand this weakness. You to understand. Kosa, ndio? Kurudia kosa ndio? Just understand that everybody does mistakes. And when you understand that everybody makes mistakes, usirudie hiyo makosa and you improve your self-esteem. And finally, you can focus on what you can change. 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 If you want to pass, you want to kupita ni rahisi sana. I told you that how many subjects are required for you to pass to go to university? 7. Sindio? One of them must be maths. Sindio? Alafu ya pili nikasema ni gani? Yes. One of the languages. That one is either English or Spanish. There is another one? Yes. And then any other 5. But in that order, the way you are performed. So I told you this. Ukitaka kupita ni rahisi. Unaona hizi zenye umechagua hizi zenye unajua, hakikisha zote umepata A. Score on those one A's. Shapata A's. Alafu unaangalia hizi zingine. And that one is where we say that focus on what you can change. If you focus on what you can change, change it. And you will become better. And then apart from that one, the last one, this one is number 7. How you can improve your self-esteem is surround yourself with supportive squad. Surround yourself with supportive squad. Let those people who are around you, they are people who are reading in the same script as you. There are same people who are reading in the same script as you. There are people who want you to score an A. If in any case you want to be the best athlete, surround yourself with those people who can run. Don't come to me because maybe I will not help you. Niliwaambia mimi 100 meters hata nikimaliza Mungu amenisaidia. Sio? Surround yourself with those people who can score and make you or support you to score what you need to score. I know that there is a probability. We say that we have the 2 types of self-esteem, low and high. I will not talk about high. Now I want to look at low. You can help me now. Help me again. I want you just to, how will you know that somebody has got low self-esteem? What are the signs? You know what I'm going to do? Say, Yanni. How will you know that somebody has got low self-esteem? Yes? Yes?
Sad.
He's sad? Is it truly? If somebody is sad, he's having so low self-esteem? Are you sure? There's another. Pressure. Depression. How will you know that somebody is depressed? You will be a truth, yes? Having stress. How will you know that somebody is stressed? Another? Yes?
Negative about yourself.
Talking negative. Another person?
Being shy.
Being shy. You are shy. Okay, now mtu badala umwangalie. Another person, yes? Let us take that one to be the last one. Because you know there's a probability you might be having low self-esteem, but you are not aware that you are having low self-esteem. Yes? Yes, songa karibu. Just come closer. Kuja karibu, it makes sense.
Unsatisfied from something, especially food.
Unsatisfied because of food. That one is low self-esteem. You go to Nigeria. So, these are the signs. So let us look at the signs you suffer from low self-esteem. The signs that will make you to know that you are suffering from low self-esteem. 1, you cannot accept praise or compliment. Nasema, leo umeimprove. Nasema, mimi kweli. Hello? Hello, are you getting me? I'm telling you. Oh, today, you are on your best. Mimi vile niko hivi. That one, you have got low self-esteem. You don't let yourself be happy. You don't let yourself be happy. You don't let yourself be happy. Wewe kila mtu sasa vile kwa shule ukiona watu wanacheza, watu wanakimbia huku, wewe sasa zote you try to avoid people. That one you are having low self-esteem. In that school when you are inside there, what you need to know is that all of you are equal. That is the reason why you want to the same uniform. You put on the same shoes, the same color of trouser, the same color of skirt. You eat the same meal. You attend the same classes. Hakuna siku utapata mwalimu anasema hawa ni wangu, anaenda kufunza na mawazo. All of you are equal. The other sign that you suffer from low self-esteem is you take things personally. You take things personally. You take things personally. When you're talking about you are taking things personally, somebody might comment something yenye hata hajaita jina yako, where the first thing unasema, na huyu jamaa alikuwa ananiongelelea mimi. Yaani unajishuku, mbona ulikuwa ni jamaa ananiona. Please don't be like that. Such a thing hata ukifikiria ni wewe, what do? You ignore. You experience guilt and shame. That one is the fourth sign. You experience guilt, shame, and self-blame. Guilt, you experience guilt, shame, and self-blame intensively. zote wewe tu you are guilty. Unajiblame saa zote. Kama ingekuwa hii kama mimi singefanya hii imeshafanyika, so what? The life must continue. And then finally, you often charge others or put them down. You always charge others or put them down. So let us look at benefits of self-esteem. What are some of the benefits of self-esteem? And before we go for benefits of self-esteem, nataka tu tusimame sisi sote. Let us be on our feet. Tusimame. Tusimame sisi sote. Tusimame. All of us. Tusimame sisi sote. I want us to stretch. Haya, nataka tuseme haya, tuimbe. Every shoulder is good. Haya, that was rehearsal. Let us start. Every shoulder is settled. Every shoulder is settled. Every shoulder is settled. Is settled. Every shoulder is settled. Good. You can sit down now. Let us listen. So let us look at benefits of self-esteem. What are some of the benefits of self-esteem? One, it brings more happiness and enjoyment of life. More happiness and enjoyment of life. It makes you more confident. You become more confident. It makes you more confident. It makes you more successful in life. It makes you more successful in life. It brings peace of mind. And then finally, more enjoyable social interaction. More enjoyable social interaction. So, up to then, we have talked about some self-awareness, and we have talked about what? Self-esteem. So look at it. Hello? Tuko pamoja? So, what I want you to note, my sons and daughters, if you want to reach far, your self-esteem must be also high. Your self-esteem must be also high. And I want you to note this. Even in school where you are, I know we are coming from different schools. Utapata, when we are electing even the leadership of student council, what we always do is this one. You will find there's a probability you are very bright, extremely bright. And there is another student who is not bright, but what happens, he can communicate well, and he fears not. That student has got a very high probability of being given what? Leadership position. Why? Because of self-esteem. Come on. Hello? So you must ensure that your self-esteem is high. Always ensure that hata kama watu wanasema ati uwezi, unasema mimi naweza. Alafu ukishinda unasema hata sina nilijaribu. Mimi nilijaribu na mwenye kujaribu. No. Again that. So your self-esteem must always be high for you to move places. Sasa Tuko pamoja? So let us look at factors that enhance high and low self-esteem. What are the factors that enhance high and low self-esteem? What are the factors? One, being listened to. Being listened to. Being listened to. And then two, being spoken to respectfully. Sasa zile unaongea na rafiki yako, usimkosee heshima. Unaongelesha tu vizuri. Pole pole. Hata kama umefanya makosa, don't harass them. Just talk to him. And then another one, getting appropriate attention and affection. Getting appropriate attention and affection. And this one I want just to call upon us. And I want you also to go and talk to some of us who are where? Who are in school. Unaweza kupata mtu is isolated, yuko peke yake. What happens sometimes, you just need to go and give him attention and affection. Listen to him. I know here we have got peer counselors. We have peer counselors. If you're a counselor, you know I'm going to do. Yes. I know very well that is good. I know very well. If you're a peer counselor, the first quality that will enable you to be a counselor, you must be a person who is ready to listen. A person who is attentive. So if you see somebody who is isolated, sometimes he needs some attention. He needs just that ears to hear what is going through. And immediately you hear, just hear, that is enough. Can make that person change and can improve his what? His self-esteem. The other one, having accomplishments, be recognized, and mistakes or failures be acknowledged and accepted. If in any case you are having any mistake, that mistake, we have to do what? We must recognize it. Let's recognize it. Now we shall recognize, maisha lazima iende. Kwa pamoja. Hello? I think we have talked about self-confidence when I was studying, and I will not repeat that one. And then after self-confidence. So let us look at simple techniques that may help you feel better about yourself. Simple techniques that may make you feel better about yourself. And I have told you that one, you identify what you are good at. The second one, build positive relationships. And here I want you to be very careful. When you are telling you that you build positive relationship, tutaki kusikia mkitoka hapa that somebody is pairing up, that mimi na nani. No. Positive relationship that will enable you to grow academically. That is what we are talking about. The other one, be kind to yourself. I think I talked about that one. And then learn to be assertive. I talked about that one. And then start saying no to things that are negative. Don't allow anything that is negative be allowed amongst where you are. And then finally, give yourself a challenge. Give yourself a challenge. So as we know, even though we are in Kenya, life skills are very important. Because where it has reached in the current world, and especially Kenya, our papers that we are having academics, so many people out there. But what you know or what you have in life skill, that is what can give you an edge over the rest. That is the reason that's why we insist that life skill is very important. Utapata that we have gone to an interview, and when we have gone to an interview, in that interview, what they will ask you, apart from this academic certificate that you are having, what again can you provide? So what I'm just like to tell you that ensure that apart from your academics, develop your what? Life skills. Life skills. So, as we are also talking about life skills, you must know how to calibrate life skills with the study habits. Because don't overdo, whereby you find yourself over engaging in life skills and you leave the what? The study habits. And I want just to touch on the study habits and then we finish from there. So let us look at some of the good study habits that we can intertwine with the life skills that we have. Some of the good study habits that we can intertwine with what? We can intertwine with the life skills that we have. One, you must be organized the way you are. Be organized. The other good study habit, don't skip classes that you are doing your life skills and any other things, like let's say for example running, games, all of those ones. If it is time for class, be in class. Ensure that you take notes, and I'm very happy. Here I have seen that we are taking notes. Take notes always. Apart from that one, ask questions. Ask questions. And then have timetable, personal timetable with breaks. Have personal timetable with breaks. And then do a lot of research. Do a lot of research. Do a lot of research. And then test yourself. Test yourself. And finally, remember what I know, you don't know. What I do not know, you know. Very good. Yes. So always use group discussion. Use group discussion so that you can exchange what? Ideas. Use group discussion so that you can exchange ideas. That one marks the end of my talk today. And as I am finishing, I want us to tell you that ensure that always you develop your life skills. Because those are the things that will make you have an edge over the rest. Thank you very much, and may God bless you.
Very much, Mr. Masime, for the comprehensive presentation. Appreciate your input. I want to believe all the scholars have actually gotten some information out of that discussion. So let's internalize and let's actualize what our facilitators have already spoken. Now, we want to break for tea. But before we break for tea, I want all of us, boys and girls, For girls, their dormitory where they will be sleeping tonight is on this side. You'll be guided by our team here. And then the boys will go to Tengeja. Boys from Litein, you have been informed where the girls are going. There's this dog in the where we were doing investigation. Which dog is that? Yes? Obama dog. So girls, okay, I'm being informed that there is a Mwadin who is waiting for you down in the class. Eh? Then you will be shown where to go and sleep tonight. Both girls will be sleeping on this side and boys will be sleeping on the other side. The later door. There are CCTV cameras. Discipline must be upheld. You must uphold discipline at all times. Anything of indiscipline, it will disqualify you from the scholarship. You know you are government